All right, what is up? Welcome to the Spoiler Kings on this Thursday night. My name is St. Kramer, Brandon Grizzly. What's going on, guys?
It's so funny, Mama Bear. You got us. You got us. We're in the back talking. Yeah, you right. I was like, me and Ted, literally, we're about to go dive down a rabbit hole, and I was like, I saw you say it. I was like, oh wait, we gotta get started. We gotta get started because we were really about to go down a rabbit hole. Talking about Dungeon Carl, dude. Matt Denman. First of all, I enjoy what Matt Denman does, so I that's first thing.
So there is something that kind of like aggravated me because I know he had some scandal, thing going on, and I really didn't pay attention to what it was. In the third book, he introduces a special guest narrator, not narrator, but a special guest voice in the book, and is the critical drinker.
Yeah.
You know, and it's a real short part. It doesn't like ruin the book or anything like that, but you know, and then that's why I had to look it up, and I'm like, oh, I guess he's like a fan of the critical drinker, and I was like, ugh, you know, so you know, there's always something.
That's, you know, I mean, as much so I love so I tell you, I love He Who Fights with Monsters, and I'm a fan of Patreon, but you know, and all this stuff. But I found that I am more of a fan of Australian writers than anyone else. I'm finding myself that I am more of a fan. So they have a con coming up in Indianapolis, and that I really want to go to because it's lit RPG con, like, you know, and it's all these writers from everybody.
Oh yeah.
And it's, you know, the people that I really gravitate towards, you know, seem to be Australian, seem to kind of have that type of accent, seem to have, like, I don't know. I'm enjoying their stuff more, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah, that's interesting. I mean, now that I'm really digging this, like the lit RPG stuff. One, it just makes me want to play Warcraft so fucking bad. It is so bad. They just keep talking about shit, and I was like, oh man,
same characters.
I want to play Warcraft so bad. Like, and it's every so often, ever since I stopped playing like all the time, every so often the urge kicks in. And then I'll download it and I'll play for a few weeks, and I'm like, okay, I gotta stop. I gotta stop. like I gotta like because I feel like building, and I'm like, nope, kill it. So, but right now I feel it building. I'm like, I want to play Warcraft.
Like literally, so I have my other headphones. So if you ever see, like, you guys probably come in the room, so I do the football ones, I do all this stuff football, I do all the stuff for this stuff. I'll do, like, you know, I was do thumbnails last night, right? I have my other headphones on because I'm literally just listening to one of these books all the time. Like, I'd rather listen to the books than watch TV sometimes. And you know, what makes sense because we get finales like The Boys one. Just saying, you know, disappointed. That's all I'm saying. That's all. I'm disappointed. I'm not mad. I'm not mad. I'm not disappointed.
I won't say disappointed.
I'm not sure.
I'm not happy.
I thought it was. I know we're gonna go into it later. I don't think I'm mad about it.
I'm not saying it's bad, right? But I will say that The Boys was one of those shows that was an epic type of show. I thought this was phenomenal, and I am disappointed with what we got for season 5. It's kind of been disappointment, and I just. It was they landed the airplane. They really did, and I don't think they had too many loose threads.
Not too many. A few, no, but not too many.
It seemed like they knew that they were going to have these things, and they're just going through a checklist. We got to do this. 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 Like, and I don't know. I just wanted it to be better. Not that it was bad. I just wanted to be better.
Yeah. It's feel like you either go comic booky or you don't. Like, I felt like the ending went comic booky. You know, the finale went super comic booky, but they set up everything to not be comic booky. So I was like, what are we doing?
Well, I mean,
yeah, because it pivoted from the
Mando likes
from the graphic novel. Yeah, because it pivoted from the graphic novel really, really hard, a lot. So you'd think that the way that it ended would kind of be more in tune with everything that came before it. And
what's up?
I don't know if what's going on, Rebecca? I don't know if they were trying to kind of have it both ways or kind of placate or kind of or placate the readers of the comic who are looking for something more in tune with that. But I'm not sure what they were going for.
Yeah. We'll get more into it. When we talk about it, because there's a good amount to talk about. I feel like
it is, and they left a lot of things open, and they just finished filming Vought Rising. I think they just finished it this week. So, like, I mean, I kind of understand what's going on. Just it is what it is.
Yeah. So, but I mean, but to kind of go back to that, like, that was kind of the reason why I didn't watch Man on Fire. And I'm caught up. I watched it. I'll say I liked it. No spoilers yet. But I was just so stuck on listening to Dungeon Crawler Carl, where I was just like, one more chapter. And then I'm on the end of the third book right now. And then I went to go reserve the fourth book from my library audio. They don't have it.
Yep.
I was like, oh, but they have 5, 6, 7, and 8.
Really?
So if I can, so they have 3, right? But they don't have 4, and then they have 5 and up. So I can get the audiobooks, no problem. But now I got to figure out where the hell I can listen to audiobook 4 from. So, and after that, I can listen it to get it free from the library. So, but yeah.
Yes, it's my new pet. I obviously saw a man doing Girl Goo today.
That's pretty cool.
See
popcorn boogie.
Yeah.
Crawling on the side. Yeah. Once you see it, you'll know where this is from. I saw this. I couldn't help it. I said, the guy was like, first of all, it was $80. I was like,
damn, looks cuddly. Exactly.
But it just was. I couldn't help it because the mask ones, like for the Mandalorian helmet, also was $50, $55, and I was like, $35. I can have a freaking walk.
Massive. Yeah,
this is huge, and it lights up, and you put batteries in it. So I was like, just go ahead, run it, man. Just go ahead, run it.
Just go ahead, do it.
Don't let me look at it. Just do it.
Yeah. We're showing off toys. I know this might be one of the most comic book covers I've been hyped for a while. But I got my Absolute Batman Luffy Year 2 cover. Oh man.
Oh.
And it's like spot foil on top of that. So obviously big One Piece fan. And then they do the One Piece cover, so I'm like, I gotta get it. So yeah, I was like, super dope.
Have you hit 100 Absolute Batman comic books yet?
I gotta go through because I'm at 82 right now, and I know there's a bunch that I haven't put in my my collection online yet. So I'm pretty sure
You have more than me. I have 98. You have more than me.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I think. Well, here's the other one. I haven't added this one in yet. So
phenomenal.
Nice, absolute double signed Snyder, Godtail, and then
9.8. Look at you, man.
I'm kind of curious to see how much it sells for. I mean, I'm not gonna sell it, but
shoot.
Just curious.
For the right amount of money, anything could be sold.
I mean, yeah.
For the right amount of money.
I mean, that Dork issue 1, I have that sign. That. Man, I think I can probably sell it right now and get like 500 easy. Like easy for it. And then I know I showed you guys this one. And then my other Tyler Kirkham. Like I got all of them. I got Catwoman, Batman. Who is it? Poison Ivy, Scarecrow, Bane. The Bane one's fucking sick. So I got them all in that style.
Man. Some of those
Yeah, they're really cool with the Scarecrow ones, but I had to take it easy with buying these covers. What is that? Don't get me started on Absolute Batman. The last one was great. The last one was Absolute Green Arrow. It's the first issue, so it's just starting, but it is, man, I did not expect him to be chopping off body parts. So it's like, holy shit. So I'm really curious to see where it goes, especially with him and Lance, and stuff like that. Like, I'm really curious. Even Flash, the Flash, the last issue of the Flash was really good.
It's been really good. I got that over here somewhere.
Yeah, because you have more people starting to talk about the dark, what the hell is it? The dark matter, something, but it's basically like it's dark side. Like there's people that are starting to figure out that there's something in the center of the universe that's kind of not natural. And it's kind of interesting.
They are interested because I think this is the panel.
Cool.
So when
Scarecrow and Joker
talking to Barry Allen and stuff.
Yeah. No, that's Palmer. That's Ray Palmer. He's talking to Ray Palmer. Right there.
Oh yeah. This is right.
Yeah, because they bring in because that was Silas Stone, Ray Palmer, and then Barry. They're part of this like group. Yeah. And
they all talking holograms, and I thought that the whole thing. Yeah. But they're figuring out things so quickly.
What is it? It's like the next page or two. It's where it looks like the tornado. It's like the dark, not that dark molecule, dark something. But
it's this one. It's this the page, but yeah.
What's that?
See. When they have all the stuff is all over the place, and they're talking about this, and they see it being translated by the supercomputer.
Mm-hmm. I don't remember that.
It's the end of the book.
No. But it's pretty good. And then the whole thing with the Absolute Flash with the beginning where I don't know if it's a spoiler or not. It's been a week. But he like his future self sees him. And I'm like, oh, we're getting into fucking like time travel shit with the Flash now. Like it's gonna be good. The Flash is really hitting pretty good. The only thing that's still not fully hitting, it's getting better, is Green Lantern. It's getting better.
I don't like it. I just don't like it.
But
now they're doing space shit.
Now I'm trying to catch up with it. I like that they're doing space stuff. It's just one of those. I don't want to say it's a frustrating read, but it's a little bit of a tedious read. Just with it seems like it's taken forever and a day to what's that?
That's Green Arrow.
What's that? These panels are boy.
Yeah, the Green Arrows was really, really violent. I was expecting violent, but damn. Yeah.
Dude, guys, gotta check it out. That's awesome.
Yeah. All the Absolute stuff has been pretty good.
And then I got my Supernatural one. Finally,
nice,
the new one. So I got this one, and then where did I put the other one? That's Sam and Dean.
I'm sorry, collector. We're gonna get to some of the. I've been marking them, so we're gonna get to a few of the early ones.
All right.
So you got to get them to sign that. Like I feel like that would be cool if you get them to sign like a comic book like that.
100%. I love that.
Wow. Yeah. And Lotus asks, do you guys prefer audiobooks or actual books? I personally like audiobooks. I like audiobooks just because I can while I'm working, while I'm driving, like when it's just I'm doing the dishes, I can just listen to it. So it lets me, and it's only really when it's a good reader or narrator, because I've tried listening to a few. I'm like, this person is annoying me and I don't want to listen to it. But like Dungeon Crawler Carl, amazing narration. Project Hail Mary, amazing narration. So yeah. The original like Harry Potter ones, like dude was awesome. So
I like I like to keep it traditional when it comes to books. I like regular physical copies.
And I like to read. I like to have the book and the audio, so I like to have both. I don't like having audio and not have the book to be able to go back and reference because there are small differences, and then there also are like not pictures, but like diagrams that you can hear it, or when they're talking about people's power ups and all that stuff. It's just different to see it than hearing it. So hearing a lot of times just has you think it's like a little side note, but seeing it just really changes things for me. So
yeah, but yeah, I'm hooked on the Dungeon Crawler, Carl. Like it got me. It got me. So yeah, I'm probably gonna by Monday. I'll probably be done with book 4. Like I'll be halfway through by most likely by probably by Tuesday because Monday's a holiday.
I want to say I'm gonna challenge you. I want to challenge you because right now, so you love Jeff Hayes, okay? I love Travis Baldree. Travis Baldree and Heath Miller are my 2 favorite narrators, right? But once again, it's, He Will Fight Some Monsters and Primal Hunter. Those 2. I told you those are my number 1, number 2. So I like, but Travis Baldree does a lot of different ones. Heath Miller does a lot of different ones. So when you have a guy that you have a style, you just enjoy that style. That's what I'm saying right now.
Because I think He Who Fights with Monsters, I saw that on my library audiobook list of stuff.
Jason Asano is the GOAT. Sherloon, Travis Devereaux, I think is called him, but she calls it Sherloon. He's a GOAT, girl. He's amazing. All right, let's go through some of these comments because let's start getting into some of the trailers and then we'll talk to toys. Let me see. I was just looking up. All right. Where we at? We'll start from the top, kind of go around a little bit because some of you already kind of were in the conversation. But we got Collector said, did you see the trailer that dropped for Scary Movie and tickets went on sale? And did you see the design for the popcorn bucket? It's a weed bong. I did not see that.
I did see the popcorn bucket. I didn't see any new trailers. Yeah, I did see the bong popcorn bucket. That's hilarious.
That is funny.
I already saw all the trailers. I don't think I want another trailer, but I didn't pull that up at all.
I think I think the trailers we have are enough for me. I'm gonna see it. Might even double feature that day because I want to, because it's the same day as Masters of the Universe. No,
it is the same day.
Yeah, so that's gonna be. I might do Scary Movie first, and then do Masters of the Universe. I just gotta plot out how I'm gonna do it.
Yeah. Spend a whole Friday in the theater. Wake up early, see 2 movies, go for lunch, and go back and see another movie.
That's what I'm thinking. Sorry. It depends on which theater is selling both popcorn buckets. I might just splurge and get the Scary Movie one. And I want, you don't understand. I need to have those Masters of the Universe ones in my possession.
Dude, they're gonna be hard to find, man. I think they're gonna be, especially the sword.
I'm just gonna get there. I'm just gonna get there at 12 o'clock when the movie theater opens. I'm gonna be there then.
Yeah.
Thursday.
Yeah. If either of you guys go and they have it, can I buy 3 and just text the other 2 of us? It's like, I got you. Don't worry.
I might be able to literally do that, guys. It might really happen.
Because I feel because online the sword and the castle
Grayskull
with the 4 things already sold out with it in an hour. It's stupid. So, but I want the sword so bad.
Me too.
Yeah. All right, let's keep going. We got Teague. What's up, Teague? Have you seen the Jimmy trailer? That makes 3 biographical films slated for 2026. Michael's the first, Tony's the second, and Jimmy's the third.
You know what? I did see that last night. I was doing some work on the computer and was scrolling a bunch of different videos, just had autoplay on, and I did. About Jimmy Stewart, the dude from Riverdale who played Archie is playing Jimmy Stewart.
That's interesting. The Tony one looks pretty good. I like that one.
That one I have not seen yet.
Yeah, he plays what is it? Dominic Sensa. I think he was the main dude from the Holdovers, the student. But he's playing Anthony Bourdain. He, like from the trailer I saw, I was like, that's pretty good. So, but I don't know if like, I mean, people love Anthony Bourdain, but I was like, do people really want to know like the backstory? I don't know, but we'll see.
No, I get that.
I don't know if I will put all those in the same sentence of. I feel like you got to put Michael and then ... line. Then you go on like Michael. Michael's Mando Grogu's gonna make some money, but I'll tell you that only 6 people were in the theater, and I bought 3 of them. I don't think this is gonna make a lot of money. I think Mando Grogu could be up one of those $45-47 million type of weekends.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and if Michael makes another 24, 23 domestically, that would be amazing.
On its way to a bill.
If it was packed, that's awesome. Because I was really worried. I could not believe when I was watching that no one was in the theater with me. No one. Fernando said his theater was packed.
Yeah,
but I talked to Danny. Danny said he was one of 5 people in his theater. Anzo is one of 18 people in his theater. But you know, these are all different places, right? You know, so I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, I'm hoping maybe Friday, because it's Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah,
that all of a sudden get a flood of people that go in to go see this movie, but it was fine.
Yeah. So I had tickets for Friday night. I had to cancel because we have a party to go to. So we have no one to watch the kids because our babysitters are also going to that party. So we wound up canceling, and I was going to go see it in IMAX just because time-wise that is what worked out. And when I went to go look, it was pretty packed. You know, it wasn't sold out, but it was more than half for sure. So, but then I changed it to Saturday morning. So I'm going Saturday morning, like 10 a.m. And it's about the same. It's a much smaller theater. It's not an IMAX. It's a much, much smaller theater. Even that's about like halfway, you know, sold, you know, on a Saturday morning at 10. So, yeah. So I was like, that looks okay. You know, I feel.
I really hope it's a big number because, I mean, it did feel very. So the beginning of it felt
Trevor,
very.
Thank you.
Hey, so Trevor felt very TV showish. The beginning did. Towards the middle, it kind of changed to very like a movie. It kind of changed it to a movie, but like at the beginning, it was very TV showish.
Yeah.
So that just to kind of build upon that, it felt like just a big screen episode of the TV show that we're so.
The beginning of it was very much the beginning felt that way. And then it kind of changed a little bit. Like the pacing's a little bit weird. Dave Filoni is in it, just so you guys know. You know, but the pacing's a little bit off, you know, for it.
I see. Do you need to be familiar with the show in order to No. It's
not at all.
So it's in its own corner. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, they reference the show, but you just need to know Din loves
kind of the
Grogu.
basics.
Yeah, Din loves Grogu, and he's his you know, it's like his son, and he treats him that way, and that's all you really need to know. And then it's kind of like an adventure that you're going on. That's it.
Okay.
Which is smart because you're not really having people, you know, you're not saying you have to watch this. You had to watch to be caught up. So
yeah, I'm definitely interested in checking it out either way, just because, you know, if nothing else, in addition to liking Star Wars, I like Jon Favreau's work. He hasn't made a whole lot that I've disliked. You know, I think he was one of the better things to happen to Star Wars in recent years. So, you know, I'm going in wanting to really just have a fun time.
Yeah,
however long it is.
I'm not expecting anything like too cinematic.
No,
talking about the movie. I mean, Brian's the only one that saw it, and we haven't seen it. So me and Brandman are just talking. But it's nothing new. Like it's the same stuff I heard from everybody. You know, and but that's what we were saying anyway. Like, is this going to be just a big episode? You know, and that's what I was expecting anyway. That's from the start. I wasn't expecting a Star Wars movie.
It's not Star Wars movie. It's not on that level of epicness.
I mean, I was not even like Rogue One or anything. It's just I was expecting like TV show turned into movie.
Yeah.
And what I've been hearing for weeks now, that's kind of what it is. But that's what I've been expecting. So, but what, 3 seasons of the show?
Yeah.
But
it's a good episode. If it's an episode of Mandalorian, it's a good episode.
That's what I do expect. I expect more season 1 and 2 than season 3 Mando,
Yeah.
So like, but there were some things that kind of like were worrisome when I saw it in the trailer, with like the Jabba's kid. I was like, oh, is that going to get too cartoony? Don't say if it does or not, but I'm like, is that going to get too cartoony? Okay. But then the other trailer, like shit looked really cool. So I was just like,
it's somewhere between.
Yeah.
Between.
But that's Campia came out with his thingy, talking about it today, and he said the same thing. And I've seen a lot of other people kind of saying the same thing. Like I can see why people hate it. I can see why people like it.
Yep.
So
if you told me this is terrible, like if Anzo comes out of the movie theater and says this is awful, I say I can see why you can say it's awful. If you come out and you think it was good, I can see why you say it's good. 100%.
Fernando says Solo was a better movie.
I don't like Solo. I thought Solo was terrible. So obviously I wouldn't have that.
Solo had a lot of problems.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? I don't even hate Solo, but if you pointed a gun at me and told me, tell me one thing about this movie, I couldn't remember anything. And it's been that way ever since I walked out of the theater that day. Like I've said multiple times, it wasn't a bad movie. It was forgettable, like I've said, which is an even bigger sin. Even terrible movies, you remember something about them. I can't remember that movie, and I think a lot of the shifts behind the scenes were so evident in the final product.
Yeah.
It was undercooked. It was fine. But yeah, I'm trying to search my memory banks right now, trying to remember something about it.
I remember Khaleesi's in it. Darth Maul shows up in it.
I remember Khaleesi's in it, and
something about Chewbacca and a female Chewbacca or something like that.
Yeah, and like Han Solo was a name that he had like made up. Those are the only things that I really can recall off the top of my head. I remember Lando.
He was a Pans something when everyone's complaining about that. Like he didn't care.
I know Anzo was talking about that, but I don't. Yeah, but also it was like, but does that make Peter Quill the same thing? Because he effed aliens.
Yeah.
It was like, if you don't care what's the hole. No matter what species you are, it was like, because Peter Quill, especially in the first Guardians, like he was kind of like,
but then like
walked around like he was like a little man whore because he
like Lando like not it wasn't men or women, it was like just machines, whatever. He doesn't care. It was more. I would have to see, but I have to rewatch it. I really want to rewatch it. Okay.
So, but I mean, I like Glover as Lando. I thought he was cool. I was kind of upset that they were supposed to do something and that fell through. And
and that sucked because I really liked the guy who was going to be involved. I think he was going to direct it.
What's up, Ace?
The guy who was going to direct it was Justin Simeon, who did Dear White People, the movie, and he had a heavy hand in the series. And he did the Haunted Mansion movie, which that's a hill that I'll die on.
I don't care. Wait, which one? Which one? Rosario Dawson?
Yeah, the one with Rosario Dawson. Movie's awesome.
I'm on that hill with you.
I'll die on. Yeah, that's
I'm on that hill with you too.
It's an awesome.
It's an awesome movie. We can go back to back, and we'll fight off all the oncomers because that is awesome.
That's an awesome movie, man. That's on my permanent Halloween watch list. Ever since I walked out of the theater, that Haunted Mansion movie is great. I hate that. I hate that more people didn't get out and support it more.
I agree.
It was great. I loved that movie.
Despite
Right,
Jared Leto
Travis?
being in it.
I see
he
Travis.
voiced one character, and I don't even remember. I think it was the Hatbox Ghost, but
Yeah.
I don't even remember.
And
Yeah.
But
you
it's
know,
a voice, you couldn't tell it was Jared Leto.
Yeah.
yeah,
I was
you
like, I'm cool
know,
with that.
it didn't look or sound like him. You know, so you forget that he had that part in it. You know,
Yeah.
if you're one of the people who isn't a fan of Leto. So I thought it was an awesome movie.
Me too.
I was looking forward to seeing what he was going to do with Lando. I like that dude's work.
Yeah.
All right. We
Hey.
got Travis's super chat.
Yeah. Travis, favorite moment in a movie where the hero gets back up. No MCU. Says Brian has to tell us if Jabba's son takes a dump on the racer car. Jeez. The moment in a movie where the hero gets back up.
I mean, there's nothing better. I mean, we talk about it's nothing better than Rocky, right?
Right.
Yeah, I mean,
one.
I guess that's like peak, right? Because it's like the motivational movie. You know?
Like today, I was having a hard time. I was going for a PR on deadlifting, and you know, I play Rocky's theme music. All of a sudden,
Eye of the Tiger.
no, not Eye of the Tiger. It's the other one. Oh my god, it just says Rocky theme song on it.
Oh, just the main theme song.
Yeah. All of a sudden, I was like, why not? I can do this.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's probably peak. Oh man. Trying to think of it as something like more recent. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. What does I think about it?
I like the scene in Godzilla King of the Monsters where Godzilla's resurrected and he atomic breathes into the sky.
Oh yeah,
if that one counts.
Yeah.
That's a good one. I mean, I would cheat and say in the Matrix.
Oh, that's a good one.
Oh yeah. In the subway when he gets up and he like does the thing and shakes off the dust. That's pretty dope. That is pretty dope. That's a good one.
So I mean, there's so many even when he gets up and he flexes and the whole world changes, like flexes around him. He does this Chuck Norris. That's
yeah. Oh yeah. that is epic.
Scenes ever.
Where he sees the Matrix, like he starts to see all the
he sees
numbers
all
the
numbers and all that stuff. Oh, dude, it's so good.
Yeah, no, that might be one of my favorites too. Definitely Matrix. Yeah, that might be. Yeah, because when he flexes and everything it goes out, I was like, oh, it's like so cool.
And he runs after the agents and he dives right into them. Oh my god, that's amazing. Then what about what Sam carries Frodo in Lord of the Rings?
Mm-hmm.
And he said, "Return the King."
Yeah, but that's more Sam just being
badass.
Sam being like the best character in that damn franchise, like and freaking Frodo is just like
the worst.
The ring takes hold of him, so he starts to succumb to its power. But
he complains all the fucking time. I can't do it. Oh, Frodo.
In the last movie he does.
Oh, he's the worst.
It's the ring. Blame the ring. I was like, because I'm like, you start listening to the little, deformed goblin dude instead of your best friend. It was like, bro, the hell's wrong with you? Yeah. Bromere fighting the orcs to protect Frodo. That's a good one too.
That's another really good one.
Yeah. What's up, Derpy?
Derp, what's up?
We also got Tamika in here. Where you at? She's saying hello to everybody. But I saw Tamika in the house. For sure. I saw Kenneth in the house. But there's some good moments, man.
Right.
There's some good moments.
Can you think of? So I'm thinking about Logan. He's fighting for the kids and everything
At the end, where he gets all juiced up.
Yeah. I like that. You know what? Another one I know it didn't end up being good, but in Infinity War, when Thor comes to Wakanda, and all the lightning is just all around him, he's like, "Bring me Thanos!"
Yeah,
yeah.
I think the in Endgame when Cap summons the hammer, I think that's the bigger moment of like, oh shit, like it's going down.
Or even if we're talking like when the hero gets back up, when Thanos summons his army and it's just Cap's the last one standing, and he just straps his broken shield.
You see
even
the
tighter.
whole army look at him. Yeah, that's a good.
That's one of the best shots. I want that as a poster, just a giant ass poster, just Cap and then all of like Thanos' army. Like it was such a good shot. But I would even say Star Wars, at the end where Luke is getting his ass kicked and then like he's like, fight back, and he stands up, he's like, I will not fight my father. Like that's a pretty cool moment because like it doesn't make him the hero, but it turns Vader into having his redemption. So
greatest redemption arc ever.
Yeah. I saw a real cool thing today. Oh, where was it from? Where it shows a clip of one of the Inquisitors going to Vader, and they're like, "Oh, we can get Kenobi. He's just a regular Jedi. It should be easy." And then Vader's like, "He's no regular Jedi." And then it cuts to like all these other Jedis are like, "I will not fight you. I will not fight you." And it's telling Anakin like, "I won't fight Anakin. I won't fight Vader." Blah blah blah. And then it cuts to Obi-Wan. He goes, I'll fight you if I have to. Old dude is like, come on, bitch, let's go. So Vader's like, yeah, he's not like every other Jedi, because every other Jedi like, I won't fight you. I love you too much. Meanwhile, Obi-Wan's like, you crap, baby, your ass. Yeah. So, but good question, man. This is a good question.
That was a really good one. I like it.
Yeah. Let's see. We'll play. I don't know what we got for you. I don't even know. Here, we got this one.
Do it.
We're talking about Donald Glover.
Hello, rich people. Troy's joining you. Yes, I'll hold.
Cannot wait for that movie.
Yeah.
All right. Oh man, good question, dude. Good question. It's the final. Oh, it is the final episode of
Stephen Colbert.
Probably watch it tomorrow. Yeah. The only thing I remember is Amelia Clark. I always forget her name, and Darth Maul and Chewbacca. Pretty much. Oh man,
I love Amelia Clark. And when we talk about secret invasion, and just every time I think of that, and just bro,
that's another one I can't remember a thing about. That happened.
I remember the bad CGI and her having that green Hulk arm and how stupid it looked.
Or Drax arm. I was like, she's like flexing with Drax's arm.
It was so bad.
Oh my God, so bad.
That I'm completely blanking on. I'm blanking on everything with that show. What happened?
That finale. You just did the Harry Potter remove the memory.
Exactly. I'll play this later.
It's a shame too, because I was looking forward to Secret Invasion, because in concept, Secret Invasion could have, and by all accounts should have been awesome. I think even some of the people behind Mr. Robot were involved with that show.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, oh, they're perfect to handle something like this. And for whatever reason, it just failed. It's too bad too, because it could have been freaking amazing. By all accounts, Secret Invasion should have been awesome. I was it should have been a little more ambitious. Reading the graphic novel, or reading the comics or the graphic novel, whichever version you've read, they should have gone. They could have gone a lot bigger with it if they wanted to. Also, they
should have.
Yeah, it could have been great. It's too bad. I hate when you have great content you could work with, and if you go all in, it could be amazing, only to not go as far as you really should with it, and then you end up dropping the ball. Nothing's worse than a missed opportunity.
Yeah, that whole show was one giant missed opportunity.
Yeah, shit. I'm combing my mind. I cannot tell you a thing about that show.
Oh, they killed what's her name?
Samuel
I remember
Jackson was married to a scroll.
Yeah,
went off to space. He's left.
They killed a few people in that damn show. Because they killed Colby Smolder's character. I'm drawing a blank. Hill, which was bullshit. And then they killed the alien dude that was like wind up being like their friend. I can't think of his name. He has that lisp. Yeah, I was like, really? Like, killing everyone in this shitty show?
And that's it. And he just leaves. Just gets on space.
Yeah, he's like, later. I'm gonna make S.H.I.E.L.D. in space. And then we never hear about it again.
Just write it off. Just pretend like it never existed.
Yeah. I said, telling you I get the chills every time I see that part when Splinter shows up on the roof. Ooh, that's good.
Ooh, that's another.
That is a great one. That is a great one.
Not a movie, but when Goku turns Super Saiyan for the first time.
It's a good moment.
Yeah. I like that. Oh man. Yeah. Also, I'm not a man in the Lord of the Rings. That was good. I like that. Can you imagine if that shit came out today? Like, people would lose their damn mind. Lose their mind.
I hate it so much.
Oh man.
How about
Popcorn Clubs? It's your birthday.
It's your birthday, man.
Happy
birthday! So happy about that. That's awesome. It's a good day. I'm so happy birthday. Can I throw in Simba at the end of The Lion King? He's fighting Scar. Can I get that?
Yeah, I'd say that counts. Yeah.
Speaking of, so I randomly look for stupid shit on eBay, and I found somebody selling the Simba popcorn bucket from Animal Kingdom, the one where like it looks like you can hold him up. You know, like he's all like hunched over and shit. I got it for $5 with free shipping, and I was like instantly I bought it super quick, And then so it came in the other day, and my kids just kept fucking playing with it, like just kept playing with it, like my older son kept grabbing it and putting it up in the air and just like. We wanted to watch Lion King, but really the only like first 10 minutes.
What are you talking about? That's all I would do. Right now, if I had it, I literally just like.
It's pretty cool.
Day. That's it. Yeah.
Because we wind up finding the Timon popcorn bucket at a Goodwill. It didn't come with the strap though. But now I'm like, well, fuck. Now I need to get the rest because they have Timon, Pumbaa, they have the baby Simba, they have Scar. Scar looks sick as shit, and then one of the hyenas. But it was like $5. I was like, I'm for sure getting that. But I did not expect my kids to like grab it, and he's just like standing on the couch and just like put it up in the air. He's like, Daddy, put it higher. I was like, okay.
I forgot about this. I'm glad I remembered.
Well, yeah, people ask when the MCU starts slipping for me. It's when they started having Nick Fury finally do cool stuff only. It wasn't actually Nick Fury. Yeah. The scroll stuff was weird.
I mean, how long? So we didn't have War Machine for like forever?
Oh, yeah. That's even more annoying.
He was MIA, and now it doesn't even seem like he's going to be in Doomsday.
They're just not even going to mention him anymore. They're going to pretend like it never happened.
Yeah, they just kind of slowly. Excuse me. Sorry. They just slowly kind of dragged his seat out.
Yeah. Ugh. Watch technically like he can't even get in the suit because it's like bio reads the scroll instead of like actually Rhodey. He's like, I never even been in the suit. It's like, ugh, kill me now. Man. Looking forward for Vision Quest, and not because I'm hoping for Wonder Man. I am too. I think they released like 1 or 2 pictures of. I mean, it was very vague kind of pictures of Vision Quest, but it's coming out this year, I think, right?
July or isn't it something like that?
It's July?
August?
No,
Isn't
isn't
it
that early?
Didn't they say fall or something like that?
I thought it was fall. Let me make sure.
You know, I can.
It says October 14th, 2026.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah,
but
but I am looking forward to it. I'm kind of curious to see what happens.
8 episodes.
Yeah, the standard. It would be cool if Wonder Man is in it, but it would need to make sense. It would need to make sense. I mean, for Mama Bear, it's just like, no, don't. You just put him in it. Just put him in it. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I love Yahya, so y'all
we need to get him from Vincent to Vision. That's funny. All right. Oh man. But yeah. Yeah, let's watch some of these trailers and then we'll get into the review.
All right. Sounds good to me.
Man, I didn't even know there was that many trailers, and then we started pulling them all up. I'm like, oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where we at? Which one you want to watch? Something new? The only new one, or you want to watch?
Let's look at Avatar and then the new one, and then we can do the other two.
Yeah. The Vision Quest sounds awesome. Plus, you name a show after an 80s movie. You got me.
You got me.
Is that what it is? Yeah. Yeah, we'll do Avatar's fairly new because we only got one trailer and like a BTS trailer.
I know the only problem is that most people have already seen the movie. If you really wanted to see Avatar, you already know, not the movie, but the show.
Oh yeah,
you already if you want it.
Yeah. Oh man, I can't wait to watch like Avatar and stuff like that with my kids. Like, like I enjoy them with them being cute and wanting Mickey Mouse and stuff like that, and I'm enjoying this time. But I'm looking forward to when they get older and they want to watch like some more stuff with like meaning behind it rather than Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck.
I talk to my kids about that right now. I'm talking about Mickey Mouse and we used to watch Elena and Sophia the First and all that stuff, and they don't even believe it. So you guys
really?
You don't even remember?
Yeah,
they remember Elena because Elena was like their ish. But
yeah,
Ladybug and the Cat Noir, they don't even want to watch that anymore. Like, good.
Wow. Oh man, I told him he's too white for that name. That's funny. All right, let's watch this new Avatar trailer. Let's go. All right, what is up? Welcome back to Spoiler Kings. We have a new trailer from the Avatar Last Airbender Season 2. Came out, a couple days ago, I think?
Yep.
So, yeah. So let's check out this new trailer. Because the last one we had was a behind-the-scenes kind of thing, which that was cool, but I kind of want to see how it looks. So
yeah, what they're actually going to do with this, I mean, this could be, it should be great. I want awesomeness.
Yeah. So let's check it out.
The Earth Kingdom is going to fall.
There's a Fire Nation army just beyond the wall.
I'm sorry, Avatar. You may be confused. There is no war in Ba Sing Se.
That's good. All right.
The Fire Nation hasn't stopped fighting. All over the Earth Kingdom, they're waging war. If we're gonna defeat them, I need you to teach me earthbending. You're the best earthbender I've ever seen.
This is the Avatar? Zuzu, he's a little boy.
The grown man.
Did you say a little boy? See his bubble?
You've already won. The question is, how much are you willing to lose?
About a month out.
I need that. I need that in my
It
life.
looks good.
Yeah.
It does. It does. All joking aside about how hard puberty hit him, I enjoyed the first season. I thought it treated the animated version with enough respect, and this looks good. You know, like again, like they're respecting book 2. I like the way that Toph looks. I like the way the bending looks. I like the, just the look of the show.
Yeah, exactly. Sheed.
Little boy bullshit.
Boy, that was a grown ass man. Like,
Yeah.
He's got 5 o'clock shadow.
Yeah,
you
5
can't
o'clock
even put him
shadow.
next to people. Like he's so much bigger than other people. Like you think Aang is smaller than everyone. Bro, he is bigger than everybody on stage, like on set. You gotta put him always with someone else. You gotta put him next to Appa all the time because you can't have him next to anyone else. He's bigger than them. He's at least 6 inches taller than Zuko.
Right?
Yeah. Right? Little boy, get out of here.
That's funny.
But yeah, I like the way everything looks. I like the Boston Say reference too. that was funny.
No Avatar. There is no.
The library. I wasn't sure if they were going to do the library. I thought they were. Yeah,
I love him so
that's one of my favorite episodes.
Mine too.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty important, and I was wondering if they were gonna just like skip over it or do it because I know I don't want to spoil, but at the end of that episode, it is a big change. That sets up future story. So. But he looked cool. The owl looked cool. The blue spirit looked cool. Like everything looked really good. Toph looks like awesome.
Toph looks like Toph.
Yeah, that even Toph can see this is dope. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely in. I'm definitely in for this.
Yeah. I wasn't the biggest fan of season 1. It was okay. I didn't like some of the stuff they did, especially with Boomy, but it was okay. Visually it looked awesome.
Visually, it was good. I thought they captured, who Aang is as a character. I thought they did right by pretty much all the characters. I thought the casting of all of them was great. Like the casting of Sokka was perfect. Heck, for all the casting was quite good. I thought.
Well, the problem once again is just gonna be Aang. Exactly what Ace said. You have to reverse Tom Cruise him. You gotta make him look shorter. Like they're looking at him from like I have the high ground from an angle, and realizing that if you look at him straight on, he's like much taller than everybody. That is crazy.
Yeah. I blame
do the Gary Oldman. There was a tipsy toe or whatever.
Yeah, I blame the streaming services. They want to take forever and a day putting out these seasons or even filming them, and you have to kind of consider the content that you're making when it comes to that sort of thing. They're
You're expecting him to have a nice high voice, and he sounds like this. Like
yeah. Yippee Papa.
And they're talking about doing one more season after this. By the time they get around to that, he's going to have a full beard.
I thought they're not filming it right now.
Yeah, I think they're doing season 2 and 3
back
together.
They need to.
Yeah, and I mean that's always an issue when you get a show that requires kids and you do a season 1, and then the streaming services don't want to put faith behind it until they see the results. But then by then it's like it's got to come out. You got to see how it does after it airs, and then you got to like bring everyone back together. So it's such a, like, if you're gonna do something like this, then you need to, like, all right, we're doing 3 seasons. Let's knock all 3 out right now, and then we'll deal with the ratings as it goes. It's just, I don't know. Or stop doing kid stuff. Like,
I understand why you want to do kid stuff, and it's fun. I mean, you look at Stranger Things and all that stuff, but you run into the Stranger Things problem. You run into when you have 40-year-old people trying to pretend like they're 20 or 19.
They're still in high school. We're graduating. Like, yeah, like 15 years ago.
Like, don't you mean your kids graduating? Yeah, son.
Wouldn't that be funny? Like, their kids graduate, like, on the show with them.
That's how it is, though. Come on. Oh my God. Funny. That's how Stranger Things was. I was like,
sound like Shaq asking how old he is.
Yeah.
Exactly.
11. It's like, what?
Yeah.
But 7 for 4. We're talking about 11.
Yeah. But I mean, even besides that, everything looks like really good, so, because they have the green crystal cave, where the season ends, that looks like it's gonna be there. So they have a lot, I think they're gonna put in, and just from the trailers, it looks like they're gonna do a lot of it. I just hope it's not too rushed or anything, but it looks good. It looks like really damn good. So I'm like pretty excited about it. And I really wasn't. I was like, I really don't care for it. But after seeing the trailers, I'm hyped.
I'm in.
Yeah. So
for sure. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be watching this.
He has mortgage car payments. He has to pay for his kid's school.
Exactly.
Probably has
we got
a
Freddy
pension
Krueger coming in.
What up, Freddy?
What's up, Freddy? He's got pension. Worrying about his 401k.
Oh man, that's terrible.
Oh man. All right, but cool. Yeah, let us know what you guys think about Avatar: The Last Airbender season 2. So if you're watching the replay, leave a comment. Let us know down below. Make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button right down there. And come and join us when we actually review this season of
Avatar:
The Last Airbender. I'm like looking at the words and like drawing a blank. But yeah, we're gonna be talking about this at the end of June, so make sure you come and join us. And we appreciate all you guys in the live chat. You guys are awesome. Stick around because we're gonna move on to our next topic for the night. Cool. And down. It's that Mississippi. So we talking about? Well, I saw this made me laugh. It says, I think one clip you need to have in your arsenal is the Bad Bunny and Happy Gilmore 2 after he pitches Travis Kelce getting eaten by the bear. Warns he says, "I'm happy now." I know that exact moment because that moment did make me laugh. I gotta look at it. I know we need to add some more and some new clips. Like the one I want is the Lord of the Rings with the arrows. I definitely want to do something like that. Definitely want to do something like that.
What you guys saying? Rest in peace, Kyle Busch. What?
Did he die? Would it be funny? Or
At
like recently?
41?
I was gonna say I thought he was a little bit older than that, but I didn't think he was like old.
Kyle Busch passes away at age 41.
Damn.
Wow. That's way too young. Wow. Born in 1985.
Yeah. I wonder what it was.
He had an undisclosed illness at 41.
Okay. Yeah, because I'm like, I don't think it was drugs or anything. So it had to have been some kind of illness or something.
I mean, he's one of the all-time greatest NASCAR racers. Like, that's crazy.
His name was everywhere. Yeah, way too young. Yeah. So 2 weeks ago, he was in a race. Really, he came out in the ride to the hospital. Oh, he came out and then went right to the hospital. Damn. So that must have been quick. So you're talking about like 2 weeks ago, he was racing, then into a hospital, and he's gone.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Kind of curious.
One of the greatest ever. Like more top tens. This is just nuts. I mean, this happened within like the last couple of hours.
Yeah. Damn.
Mm.
Yeah. Sucks. Not big NASCAR guy, but there's some people that are so big that they kind of like are bigger than the sport they're in, like, so even if you don't know, like, even I don't play golf, I know who Tiger Woods is, you know what I mean? Like, I don't do NASCAR, and I know Kyle Busch and a few other names.
Dude,
but
they posted on the site like 13 hours ago. Kyle has experienced a severe illness resulting in hospitalization. He's currently undergoing treatment and will not compete in any of his scheduled activities this weekend at Charlotte Motor Speedway. We ask for understanding and privacy as our family navigates the situation. Less than 12 hours later, he passes away. Wow.
Yeah. Had to be something. That'd be something. I'm assuming maybe like some like tumor, something usually on the brain.
Not to know, like, man, that's crazy.
Yeah, no. A coworker, or I don't want to get too into details, but she was complaining of headaches, and then didn't think anything about it, and then I think coworkers were telling her like she looked not well. And they're like, "Oh, you're just having too much caffeine. Like, just lay off the caffeine. You're not feeling well." And then, like, the next day, we're like, "Oh yeah, she's in the hospital." And like by the end of that day, it was like she's dead, and she had like some like tumor on her brain. And I was like, if somebody keeps coming in and complaining about something, like, fucking do something about it. It's like, I don't know, like, especially working in the medical field, I know how some doctors are. I was just like, just order a fucking scan. You're not paying for the scan. It's not coming out of your pocket. Just like, all right, you know what? This is the third time you come in like this week. All right, well, let's look into it.
Maybe it's something. Maybe it's a reason.
Yeah. Too much caffeine was like the one that I was like, really? Like,
he raced 6 days ago. And then he competed in the NASCAR All-Star race on May 17th. It's May 21st.
Damn. That's super quick. That sucks.
I hate seeing families, losing their anyone, the mother, father, someone who's like the foundational piece to the family.
Yeah.
It's real tough, and man,
yeah.
Definitely,
especially super unexpected like that. It's one thing when somebody's older and you get to say goodbye and you kind of know when it's coming, and it still sucks. Don't get me wrong, it still sucks a lot, but at least you're able to kind of like come to terms with it. When something's like super sudden and it just goes from like zero.
I was, if you imagine, like the kids, like I was sitting on daddy's lap 3 days ago.
Yeah, like yesterday. Yeah,
it's too much. So our condolences to his family. Definitely keeping in our thoughts, and it's just, sorry that this is happening. So yeah.
But Tamika was like, unfortunately, saw this happen way too many times. Yeah. Yep. Damn. Oh man. All right.
There's nothing else we can do. Just a moment of silence, and then we'll move on. We have another trailer to do after this, but we just kind of give it a second and let it breathe and call it a second. All right. Thank you guys. And we're only gonna move on to another thing. We're gonna pull out another trailer so we can kind of look at something else, kind of,
There was in a car accident.
Focus on something else.
What they say, laughter is the best medicine.
Yes, exactly.
We'll see. I don't know if this is gonna be good. Yeah. Hopefully we laugh at this and not just
hopefully it's not a terrible time. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let me bring this down. Is this called Little Brother or
John Cena, right? I think it is Little Brother.
Yeah.
Little Brother. Oh man. All right. All right. Let's check out this trailer. Let's go. All right, what is up? Welcome back, Spoiler Kings. We got another trailer reaction for you guys tonight. This one's the new John Cena. I think it was Eric Andre, little brother. I believe it's another Netflix movie.
Netflix one.
Yeah, so that kind of
tells you enough, right?
Yeah,
It's Eric Andre. I know a little bit more.
yeah. At least you know what you're getting with him. You know, so John Cena could be anything.
Hello. Oh my God. My brother was in a car accident. Is he okay?
He will be. It was quite an accident. He was very lucky.
Yeah, perfect.
Who the fuck is this? I don't believe it, but I think that's my little brother from a charity thing in high school. Yeah, I barely remember.
Brother? Is that you?
He obviously doesn't have anywhere else to go. Maybe you can stay with us for a night or two.
What? Get in here!
Just me and you.
Is this really my life? Doing the same thing. How I'm driving a car! He's not my actual brother.
Good morning.
But the timing on this could be worse. I start shooting tomorrow.
We should cut. There's a guy pissing all over the car out there, and he shattered the window. And a car drove by and ripped the door off.
Jesus.
Don't mind me. I'm Rud's little brother.
Maybe he came back into your life for a reason.
Or maybe there's a stranger sleeping in our house.
What happened to the guy I married who said the only thing that matters is family?
Almost burned the entire house down. Can you imagine? I love you when I'm here for you.
It is good to have you back in my life.
Oh, look, T. He's crying.
Let the tears flow.
Just the two of us.
This maniac has infiltrated our household.
Just me and you.
I think growing up in his brother's shadow really did a number on him.
Our man is hurting right now.
I just want my husband back.
You might want to think about eating that ass. I am going to get the old Rud back if it's the last thing I do. I pledge my life to you.
I found something rather alarming.
Ah, shit. Is it on the shaft or the groin area?
It's not on any.
Just me and you. Just me and you.
Okay. I think it's coming out like the same weekend as Avatar.
Yeah. I liked this better when it was called What About Bob?
That's good.
I feel like I'm not gonna. It's nothing that's gonna shock you anymore. I mean, we saw the psych ward little thing.
Yeah,
we know the story. We understand what's going on. You know, he's in his brother's shadow. I feel like I know everything to do with this now, so I don't know how I can want to go see that.
That's a no.
Yeah,
at all.
We already know what happens because Bill Murray and Richard Dreyfuss did it like 35 years ago.
But
yeah,
Bill Murray's a lot better.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely no.
Yeah. Yeah.
This one got me laughing. So Dominic Toretto has a third brother, not the Fast and Furious TV show I was expecting.
Yeah. This could be part of the Fast and Furious universe. Every movie, you know, we find out about a new long lost family member that Dom has. The last movie, what it was his grandma. The movie before that, it was his brother. You know, for
his kid, his
kid,
yeah.
5-year-old daughter, whatever. Like,
yeah, for someone who never shuts up about the importance of family, Dom Toretto sure has a lot of family members he doesn't bother to talk about.
Yeah, or he forgets about
a lot of forgotten family members.
Yeah, Eric Andre is the next one. Jeez.
Yeah, it washes.
Yeah. I don't know. Eric Andre is hit or miss for me. Like, there's some stuff where like it's funny, but he could be a lot. He could be a lot. You know,
I don't think I could think of 3 things I like Eric Andre in.
I like his show. I like the Eric Andre show, but
I like
it's,
the Eric
it's
Andre show.
yeah. You know, but usually when he plays like a background character is his best.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Like,
Yeah.
I like the Eric Andre show. I know he voiced one of the hyenas along with Keegan-Michael Key in the live action Lion King. They were like 2 of the only things about that movie I actually kind of had a fun time with. And what else?
He was in Two Broke Girls. He was in there.
He was in Two Broke
Girls. I don't think I think I
yeah.
Was he on My Name Is Earl too? Wasn't he on that? Was that him?
I don't remember. I didn't watch all of it, so but yeah, you know, that's why he's okay at times. You know, there's other times that this just seems like, I don't know, a little too goofy for me.
Yeah.
You know, a little too much.
It's too much for you guys. You know, it's too much for me.
Yeah. Yeah. But what about Bob is like the perfect comparison. I didn't even think about it. I was like, this feels familiar for sure, but you know, that's all right on the nose with it.
That's all I kept thinking about.
Yeah.
So I've seen this. I've seen a not as good version of this. This sounds like a not as good version of What About Bob? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah. But he goes, but what about Bob is amazing though? Yeah. Like, let's take that and turn it to crap. Let's add John Cena to it. Because that always works. That always.
Yeah. Oh, of course, What About Bob is amazing. Why do you think I said I liked it better? It was called What About Bob?
Yeah. The net said, I've never seen that movie. If I had, I probably wouldn't want to see this one. Yeah, check out What About Bob. It's still good.
What About Bob is awesome.
Yeah,
it's so funny.
Yeah, I'm sure you can watch it somewhere for free because it's so old. But here you go. She said, I would watch it. Looks like a good laugh. Okay. Well, everyone's liking it.
I have no problem with that, you know.
Hang on it. Yeah.
If you enjoy, if you can enjoy it, then that's what it is. And for me, it's too stupid. I can't enjoy it.
It was. Yeah, exactly. No Seth Rogen laugh. Yeah, that's rather annoying, especially when you hear it all the time. I was like,
can you imagine being them and then hear
it? You hear it yourself like all the time. I cry. It's not really a laugh; it's a cry.
It's a cry for help.
Oh man. But yeah, Little Brother. There's the trailer for that coming out in about a month over on Netflix. John Cena, Eric Andre. Yeah. But we want to hear from you guys. So if you checked out this trailer with us, make sure you guys leave a comment if you're watching on the replay. Let us know what you think about it. Is it something you might check out? Something you don't really care for? You're going to spend your time watching Avatar during that weekend. Let us know what you guys think about this trailer, and make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Come and join us when we do other trailer reactions, movie reviews, TV reviews, fun, nerdy stuff. And we appreciate everyone in the live chat. You guys are awesome with the comments and everything. But stick around because we're going to move on to our next topic. All right, where we at? We'll watch one more trailer, and then we'll talk about The Boys.
Yeah,
the end.
Okay.
End of The Boys. What Travis say? On a serious note, that Fast and Furious show should be about Brian being a cop again. Get Cody Walker to play him. Do flashbacks with him before he was a cop. That'd be kind of interesting.
They need to just.
You want to have the character anymore? I don't know.
Yeah.
That.
They need to just leave the character of Brian alone and just kind of doing any more with him. They ended things good enough with him riding off into the sunset. You know, it was a good
how you
way
gonna have
to
a ride to the sunset and then bring
put
back
Paul
every
Walker
movie.
to rest. Because Vin Diesel just wants to keep milking what happened to him. He's capitalizing on that man's death, which is really fucked up if you think about it. They just need to leave well enough alone with the character of Brian, and stop stop basically pulling that man's exhuming that man's corpse and propping it up alongside you. That's Vin Diesel lost a lot of points with me with that.
Yeah.
I thought they already said like he did fine and they're on their own family and all this stuff, and then they keep on bringing it back. I don't understand, like why?
Because they know it'll help sell the movie. They're profiting
Like,
off
there's
a
his
dead.
car.
Yeah, they're profiting off a dead man. It's such a dick move.
Yeah, I'm really curious to see what happens in the last movie or whatever he decides to do with him. I was like, deep fake him. Travis said, imagine Taylor Buchanan, Robbie from Cobra Kai as young Brian O'Connor being a criminal with Roman Pierce before he turned his life around. Yeah. It doesn't sound horrible, but I don't think they would go that route.
I also don't like Roman that much. I barely like Tyrese being Roman. So it's hard. I don't know.
Yeah, Roman. They were really trying to make him the Vin Diesel replacement in Too Fast, Too Furious, and then when Vin Diesel came back, they basically reworked his character into the oaf, the buffoon of the group.
Yeah,
he's the obligatory idiot, basically the butt of all the jokes. Which was very much out of nowhere, but they had to when they were making it like a big kind of Ocean's 11 heist style, they had to kind of do that. Had to assign each character. You needed the muscle, you needed the techie, you needed the cool guy, you needed the hot chick. So they basically just assigned everyone something. You need the clown.
Yeah. I was on live stream earlier today, and we were talking about the Fast and Furious show, and I was talking about something with somebody. We both agree that they should change the whole story entirely to new people have cast members. That seems like more interesting. Like have it be like a side story that can turn into a spin-off kind of.
Yeah, people who come and work for you. You become the big entity, and now you have small groups working for you all across the United States or across the world.
Oh jeez,
that might be the best thing for it. Just pivot, just deviate, do something. Good night, Collector. Maybe have go like less about Dom and his crew, and maybe like Mr. Nobody recruiting new people or something like that that were kind of like influenced by something like that. Since they're doing like this. Since it's kind of evolved into this, they're like a crack A-team type group. So have their, like they have to do something to keep it fresh if they're gonna stretch this out into like James Bond lengths of amounts of movies
and TV shows. Holy crap! Yeah, because because everyone's clamoring from for a Fast and Furious universe. I don't know if you ever guys see like videos of the ride in Universal. I think it's Universal in Florida. Everyone says it's the worst ride by far. It's like the worst ride. Like they're like the queue is fun. Like you walk through it, you see the cars, you see like a little interactive kind of stuff. But the ride, they're like,
isn't it like 5-minute queue usually? You go walk right up to it.
Yeah, it's pretty quick queue because no one ever is riding it. But then they're doing the roller coaster. I think in California, and it's like it's like Fast and Furious Drift or some shit like that, where the actual like your cart that you're in like turns, so it's like it's
drifting while you're doing it.
So I'm like, that seems cool, but it's an actual ride. Like the one in Florida is a screen,
virtual,
So it's watch people like make fun of it, and it's like really good, like. Because it's just like one dude jumping around a car the whole time. He's like, we have to save them. He like jumps over, and it's like,
I thought it was like like this race, and you're trying to do all this stuff with the race, and you have scenes from the movie, and it's so stupid, and it's done like 5 minutes later.
Yeah, you're on like a party bus or some shit like that. As the writer, and I know there's a part where like Vin Diesel's like hanging from a helicopter. You know, like there's a bunch of.
They're just scenes from the movies, and that's yeah.
Yeah. So, not a ride I really want to ride. I want to walk by it because they always have cars out in the front. You know, I'm like, I want to see some of the cars, but I don't want to ride the ride. I'm good. Oh man,
sounds like something they need to replace.
Yeah, and Jason Momoa was good in the last one though.
Yeah, he was one of the few things about it that I actually liked.
Yeah. Oh yeah. There's also Jason Momoa is like, be yourself, but evil. He's like, got it. Yeah.
He's like, done.
Yeah.
I've been waiting my whole life for this. Acting chops.
Yeah.
Be me.
Yeah, because the last time he was a bad guy was Game of Thrones, maybe?
Mm-hmm.
Right? I'm trying to think of other times he was like a villain.
He's a good guy even in Dune. So I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, but he was also like a badass he was kind of a bad guy in Game of Thrones. He was, you know, once he got that Khaleesi booty, he would do anything for her at that point. He's like, you want me to kill your brother? I'll kill your brother. We'll kill him. He goes, no. She goes, nah, we'll kill him. And then he died by like fucking infection. Dumbass. But I like Jason Momoa. I every time I hear a story, it's always him being like a good guy. You know, like whenever there was a nude scene that he did with Emilia Clarke, like he always makes her like if she didn't have to be naked, she was covered and like he was just always like a good dude on set. And I was like, I like that. I like to hear stuff like that. So
also, I mean, he was married to
yeah,
like you're not gonna mess that up. I mean,
yeah, exactly.
I mean, even though he did end up doing it, but really,
was he with her at that time? I forgot when.
I think so.
When her
was like 2015, 16, 17.
Oh damn! Yeah.
They were married. You know.
Yeah.
They were together for a long, long time, but even before then. But yeah.
Oh man. Yeah. Different offshoots of the main group around the world. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I want
exactly what I said. You literally just have them that say, it's Fast and Furious International.
Yeah. FFI.
They become a group. They put the people together, and that's it. They just run the group. And you gonna need one of them to do it.
Yeah. Do Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
That's exactly what it is.
That's all you need to do. You know, like it's the main shit's happening. It's just over there, and then you still got them doing their own stuff. So that'd be good. All right, let's check out this He-Man trailer, the final trailer. I think it is.
Yeah, it's the final trailer, and it's about to have because it's about to come out, so it has to be the final trailer, right?
Was it next week? No, 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
2 weeks. So yeah. It's June 5th.
June 5th.
I have the power.
Oh, man. Also, there's a lightning rod that's a statue of He-Man. I think it was in Italy, where it's just like him on a corner of the building, like holding up the thing, and like lightning comes and hits it. I'm like, coolest lightning rod ever. Like that's cool. It's like every lightning rod should just be He-Man. Just getting hit with lightning.
They had a drone show of it a couple days ago also that I watched, which was they did the title logo, they did Skeletor, they did Castle Grayskull, they did Adam transforming into He-Man, and I know they put a little bit of the musical score online, like some of the themes. I haven't listened to it in its entirety, but I know, if memory serves me correctly, the guitarist from Queen is helping out with the music.
Yes,
which is dope. That's awesome.
Yeah,
I'm all in for that.
Yeah. Is that Gerald not doing any press on this movie? Oh yeah, he's nowhere seen in this movie.
Nowhere seen
any press. Nothing.
No, they're trying to sell this movie.
Exactly.
They wanted
They
to
want
do
people
well.
to actually show up for it. Yeah.
In interviews, like no one's talking about him. Like it's like he does not exist. It does not exist, which probably for the best. What's up, Delta? Dan, what's up?
What up, Delta?
Hey, Delta.
All right, let's check out the Seaman trailer because now I'm getting even more hyped. All right, what is up? Welcome to the Spoiler Kings. We got another trailer for you guys tonight. This is the final Masters of the Universe, the He-Man trailer. Yeah, we're hyped to see it. We gotta get this damn sword, man. The sipper bottle, cup sword.
I need that sword.
It's happening, guys. I'm telling you.
Yeah. So, all right, let's check out this final trailer. See what we get anything new.
Awesome that they open with that. That's cool.
Adam, when you hold the magic sword, what do you say?
By the power of Grayskull.
Go on. Now you're ready.
It seems the prodigal prince has returned. I am a devil, but I mean to be a god.
Freaking trap dog.
What am I supposed to do?
You are he who will restore peace to Eternia.
Skeletor took my family, and he destroyed our world. I'm gonna fight for it. Neck and neck. And ram me.
Oh,
Hell yeah!
And you, Fisto! Mr. Allen! It's Adam, dude.
Hey, put your neck away. Let me show you what real power looks like.
Our time for talk is over.
Can you come help me with this? Whoa.
It is quite heavy, so if you could just...
Oh my god, yeah.
Oh, okay. Finally, we see him in his armor,
I
like
know.
in motion. They've just
That
been
was-
showing him as Cringer.
Friggin'
There it is.
nice. There it is.
Nice. No, I love how unrealistic this looks. It needs to look unrealistic and fantastical and embracing the cartoon, which it
And
looks like they're-
stylized and everything.
Stylized.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You can't ground something like Masters of the Universe. I love how it really does look like they're bringing the cartoon to life and embracing and going big with everything that made the cartoon. You had to do that. That's where the 1987 movie unfortunately failed. It was too afraid to go into the what made the cartoon and I'm sure they didn't have the budget and the tech at the time. But this, holy crap, I think all the years this movie was stuck in development hell, fingers crossed it's going to be worth the wait. I think they have the right people involved. And reading up on the interviews with Travis Knight and all the cast members, it seems like they understood what they need to do. So what else? I lost my train of thought. No, this
That's everything you're saying. I mean, and I think as long as it's written well, this is going to be phenomenal. And
yeah,
I think guys like us are going to be the ones that are driving these ticket sales. My kids have no idea what He-Man Masters of the Universe is. They know we're going to go see it because I'm making it happen. But I think bring that initial push is going to be big. And then there's word of mouth. If it's a good movie, carry it. It's gonna be very important for it. And if we want Silverhawks or we want Thundercats, Masters of the Universe has to be good.
Yep. Yep. It has to land. It has to please the longtime fans, and it has to kind of be the gateway for new, potential fans too. So hopefully that'll
And look up like other stuff that Travis Knight has done, and he hasn't done a lot.
No, he hasn't.
He's only directed. This is gonna be his third movie coming out.
Yeah, because he did what? He did Kubo and the Two Strings. He did Bumblebee, both of which I love. So he, even though his resume is really kind of thin, it's full of quality.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
2 for 2 so far in my book. So
yeah. So hopefully he goes for his hat trick. Everything that he said about this, and I'm not sure if you guys have seen interviews with him, but he seems to have a lot of respect for the content, and set out to deliver. I don't even mind the tweak they're making, the narrative tweak they're making with Prince Adam spending a good amount of his life on it's awesome. Like a good amount of his life on Earth, because I think they're going to do it in a way that kind of fits the narrative, and I think it kind of makes sense because his mother was always from Earth. So I'm willing to roll with that. I'm not bothered by that.
As long as you don't spend too much time on Earth, that's all.
No, I mean,
it doesn't look like they do, but
it doesn't look like it. I'm telling you, I think this is going to be a legitimate reversal of the 1987 movie, whereas like 15-20 minutes of that movie took place on Eternia and the rest of it was all on Earth. I feel like the first 15-20 minutes of this are going to be on Earth, and then the rest of it is going to be on Eternia, which would be hilarious if that's what they end up doing.
I like it.
Get the ratio right. Get the ratio right. Yeah.
But I hope this is great. I hope people love it. I hope this lands hard enough to do a franchise, to do sequels or spin-offs. Like I want to see characters like Orko. I want to see She-Ra show up in the sequel.
She-Ra.
I'd love to see She-Ra get a solo film. So we'll see. We're gonna find out in 2 weeks, because I'm definitely gonna be there. With my He-Man t-shirt on.
Bright Man's gonna go full He-Man cosplay.
Just me showing up in a blonde wig and like a loincloth, right?
And then they have to get you the sword at that point, right? Like,
just to complete the entire ensemble.
Just steal it.
Just break the glass and grab it. Scream, "I have the power," and then run off. Oh man, but I gotta say, like, everyone's hating on Skeletor because they're like, "Oh, he doesn't look how he did in the cartoon." I think he looks good. I think he looks really good. I don't get all the hate.
He looks great.
I like it a lot. Yeah, he looks really good. And then and then people are also complaining with the voice. He's not the nasally high pitched, which I get, but also I don't know if I could do that for. Yeah, I don't know if I need to do that for 2 hours.
No.
So I think he sounds good. It doesn't sound like Jared Leto, but it sounds good.
It doesn't sound a thing like Jared Leto, and that's fine. Some things don't translate over to live action, and I think I was even reading something or hearing something saying from Travis Knight saying that when they were getting ready to do the movie, they even tried out the nasally high pitched voice.
It just didn't hit.
It just didn't hit, so they tried something different. No, I think he sounds fine.
It's hard to do.
Yeah,
no, I think he sounds really good. I rather have the darker villainous kind of sound that they're giving him than the high pitch, you know. Because even if you
Yeah.
watch the last animated stuff they did with Mark Hamill as Skeletor, he wasn't like even they did in the 80s. He wasn't exaggerated like that, you know. Like it was more like high pitched Joker, if anything, if that makes sense. But yeah.
And no one said anything about Frank Langella not sounding like Skeletor, not sounding like him in the animated series, and everyone and their mother says that he was the only the best thing about that movie.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so
yeah,
you can't have it both ways.
Yeah. So I like it all. I think it looks good, and I'm not a Jared Leto fan, and for me to praise his character like that, I'm pretty sure he's going to be. I saw somebody brought it up in chat. What was it? Keldor. You know, I think they might do a quick thing, and that might be the only time you see Jared Leto is when he gets his face melted off. You know,
melted off.
So
yeah, I wonder if they're gonna do his Keldor origin.
yeah, maybe. But if they don't, I'm good with that too. But yeah, definitely. This looks good. This looks really good. I can't wait. Erica's not a big fan, you know, of He-Man. She loves She-Ra. So I was like, if this does well, we're going to get a She-Ra. 1000%. We will get a She-Ra if this does well. Like, there's not a doubt in my mind.
I don't know.
But she didn't like He-Man.
Come on.
Yeah. You know, so, but yeah, but it looks good. I can't wait. It's gonna be good. Yeah, it's got cult classic for sure. Oh, it kind of does. You know, if the 80s one has cult classic stuff and this one looks more legit, like yeah.
I just wanted to be more. I wanted to make a little money. That's all. Just make a little money.
It's good. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's brand / man pronouns. Effects of the He-Man, the brand man. There you go. He's already got the name. Oh man, that's funny. I never even noticed that. the brand man. You know, people are gonna think you did it just for the trailer. Mm-hmm. That's funny. But yeah, that looks awesome. We cannot wait. You know, that picture right there of Battle Cat and He-Man. That's awesome. That's kind of how the movie ends. The movie's gonna end like that, I feel like, and then it's like roll credits. But cool. Yeah, we want to hear from you guys. So if you're watching on the replay, leave a comment. Let us know what you think about this trailer. It's the final trailer, so this is all we got. But yeah, let us know. Leave a comment. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Come and join us in a couple weeks when we actually review this movie live. So make sure you come and join that live show. And we appreciate all you guys in the live chat. You guys are awesome. You guys are super hyped for this movie as well. But stick around because we're going to move on to our next topic for the night. All right. Hit the wrong button.
This is gonna be me. This is gonna be me. Right here. Just want to play.
Oh, this guy's funny.
I love it.
Oh, man. His X-Men ones are good. The Cyclops one.
Oh, no sound.
I don't think it has audio. Yeah.
I
his Cyclops one is really good. There you got it. Yeah,
let's try it again.
In Joker voice, one little pronoun joke and everyone loses their minds. That's funny. Do you have faith in the Zelda movie? I do. From everything it looks and sounds so far, looks good.
Mm-hmm. Looks good, yeah.
So far,
we've only seen a couple set pictures. But they look fine. They look absolutely fine.
It does.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Where's Lawrence? Because I think Lawrence came in and I think he said that he liked the Mando trailer. There you go. Mando and Grogu was good. There you go, Lawrence. Well, appreciate that, Lawrence. All right, go for it.
I'm okay with that. All right, here we go.
Oh my god, he gets a new sword and he doesn't know how to fucking act.
Where the hell is he? Oh my God, you're not He-Man!
Shut your bitch ass up, you ball of cabbage! I'm a master of the universe!
Aren't you afraid of Skeletor?
Fuck Skeletor! Anyway, by the power of Grayskull, I have the
Oh my God.
Literally,
It's a new
I'm doing that. It's happening.
Same.
You guys will see a video of me literally on my rooftop.
On his roof.
I'm right there with you, dude.
I thought that was
Oh man, that's good. Yeah, I think he said that's the one you sent. I think so. Yeah,
it's just a perfect little backdrop. I was looking at it, I was like, man, this is exactly what we need to do.
Said She-Ra sucked and so did a villain. What? I love She-Ra.
I like
Hordak or whatever his name was.
I'm not gonna say
I really like the newer version they did on Netflix. That one was really well done, I thought. But
I'm not gonna tell you I love She-Ra. Yeah, it's fine.
It's fine. Where else? Yeah, got tickets. Heck yeah. All right, man. There we got Lauren saying what's good. How's everyone doing? All right. Yeah, we're way behind. Yeah, so Hordak. Yeah. Now I remember watching the movie. I had it on VHS. I know I have it somewhere. I don't know where the hell it's at, but I have the VHS still.
Yeah,
You
and
might
I
have
have
it.
I have the DVD set. And I know Brian, you do too.
I do too.
It's I believe it's included on that set, if memory serves me
Nice.
correctly.
Yeah, I watched that movie a lot. Yeah. Oh man. All right. You guys ready for the boys? Talk about this
Let's
show.
do this.
I don't know if it was that bad where like get a sign.
I don't know.
That
I
man had
think
issues. That didn't have a lot of issues.
Let's just get into it.
Yeah.
I want to say things, but I don't want to I want to say it in the right context, understanding why I felt what I felt.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. Let's jump right into it. Let's go. All right, what is up, everybody? Welcome to Spoiler Kings. We are back talking about The Boys for one last time because we are talking about the finale, the series finale of The Boys, the very last episode. It all ends in this, I don't know, it was what, 53 minutes or something like that?
Yeah.
It was longer than a normal episode.
It was as long as the last one before.
Was it? As
Yeah,
the penultimate? Yeah. So, but yeah, so we're gonna get into all of it. So a lot happens. So if you don't want spoilers, hit the pause button, go check out the finale over on Amazon, and then come back and join the conversation in the comment section. Yeah, because we're getting into everything, how it all ends. So, because it does end, which is one of my good things. It's like it doesn't have one of those like, or is it over? I was like, no. Yeah. But cool. We're gonna get into our likes or dislikes. You know, we'll rate the finale and everything at the end. But we'll start off with Brandman. What you think about the finale?
I thought if this is the end, you know, if we're not talking about the upcoming spin-offs, I think it did mostly everything that it needed to do in terms of a suitable wrap up and resolving everyone's stories. I thought it I thought it did fine enough in that regard. I think that, you know, a lot of the stuff with Anthony Starr, especially the last 15, 20 minutes of the show, and Carl Urban was just like top tier acting. I think my favorite part of it was probably the middle going into the resolution of the episode. Like I said, it did enough where I'd say, okay, I was for the most part satisfied in terms of wrap up. Like I said, if we're just talking about this, if we're forgetting about the spin-offs and that sort of thing, I think in terms of the loose ends that I was fearing it wouldn't tie, it did a decent enough job in tying most of them.
Yeah. I like that. It's a solid one. It could be worse. That is true. It could be.
It definitely could have been worse.
Coming in, hanging out.
Hey, what's going on?
Yeah.
I know. Well, more on that, shortly. But yeah, I think it did most of what it needed to do.
Yeah. Okay. What about you, Brian? What you think about the finale?
If this wasn't one of my favorite shows, I'll say that it did a great job with the finale. And, I was satisfied with the ending. That's what I'm saying. I was satisfied. Did I like it? I liked it, but I thought it could have done more. I thought the entire season should have done more. And it's like they really went through a checklist. Like, we have to get this part done, and we have to do this with this character. And I promise you that if we looked at our last 2 or 3 episodes of us reviewing the episode and saying what we expect to happen, literally that's what happened. We knew what was going to happen. It went pretty much exactly the way we thought it was going to go. And it's weird because we're based it off a lot of our feelings with which you're going and then comic books. And it seemed like it went back into a lot of the comic book stuff, even though it tried to veer away from it the entire season. It's just very strange the way things were. It seemed like they didn't have a way to really do what they had an idea to do something and they didn't have a way to do it. Like it would cost too much money. You see VB, you say the budget, or it just didn't feel like The Boys did before. And I don't know. I'm not underwhelmed. I'm happy that it wasn't terrible, because this could have been a terrible finale from when the penultimate was. It wasn't that. So I think people are giving it a pass because it wasn't terrible. But if I want to be honest with the show, how it should have been, I'm disappointed the way it ended overall.
Yeah. For me, it's not like there's people like, oh, it's peak. I'm like, it's not peak. No, it's not. But then people are like, oh, it's one of the worst. I'm like, it's not one of the worst. Because Game of Thrones is one of the worst.
It's not Secret Invasion.
It's not Secret Invasion. Oh my god! But it's somewhere in between. Like it was fine. It was good. I didn't hate it. I was entertained enough with it. But there were some parts where there were a few parts where I rolled my eyes. I was like, okay, I guess, but honestly, like, I know we're talking about the finale, but I think the finale was so lackluster because of the rest of the season. I think if the rest of the season leading up to the finale would have been better, this could have been a real, even if it was the same exact ending that we got, if they would have done things the last 4 episodes differently, I think this would have been a really, really good, still not like the best, but it would have been really good. But overall, I enjoyed it. I was okay with it, for the most part, but like Brandman was saying, that the Anthony Starr and Butcher was the best. When he grabs his punch, I was like, oh, that's yep. That was like the
And
best, you know. But it was
that
like
was
that
awesome.
that scene was the best.
Yeah,
Mm.
just kind of
Go
seeing
ahead.
and it was really a full circle moment for, everyone, spoiler alert, by the way, if you weren't already
Yeah.
aware. But it really brought things with A-Train, line in the early on in the series full circle, with saying that once you take away uh Homelander's powers, he's a sniveling loser, and in his last moments, he showed himself for the sniveling, cowardly loser that he really
Mhm.
was. That dude was begging for his life. Any proposition or anything that he could use in exchange for his life, he was just throwing and seeing what stuck, and whimpering in front of a very, very violent man who he knew wanted him dead for years and years and years. So it
Mhm.
was very poetic in that regard, and I thought, I was pleased with how they with how they resolved that. I thought that was awesome, and you could really, really, Anthony Starr was just selling that fear,
Oh,
and
yeah.
Carl Urban was just selling that level of dominance. It was,
Mhm.
I was definitely satisfied with how they did that. I think the only bad
Yeah.
thing that I can say is I thought they were gonna do more with the final conflict. They
That final
were
fight
kinda
sucked. I
teasing
don't know.
they were teasing this big, like, epic scorched earth showdown, and unfortunately, we didn't get that. I don't know if they just didn't wanna go that big, if they were running low on budget, but again, I hate when you miss an opportunity, and it didn't quite deliver what they promised in terms of that final showdown.
Yeah. I never got the whole scorched earth thing. Because I'm like, okay, so they're going different from the comic book, and that's why I was like, okay, they're not gonna do that. And then they do exactly the comic book ending, for the most part. Like overall, it was pretty much how the comic book ends, like fairly close, Um, but I never got the scorched earth thing because I'm like, oh, are they gonna really like do like Invincible and Omni-Man kind of thing? Is that what we're gonna get? We're gonna get like them destroying cities? And I was like, no, it was the opposite, so yeah, when I remember them saying that in one like season 3 or whatever, like, oh, scorched earth and blah blah blah. I was like, I maybe their own little personal earth, because that's kind of what happens. Like they both burned
You
every
didn't break down the
bridge more or
office.
less,
You didn't burn down the
Yeah,
office.
yeah, yeah. They stayed pretty much in the White House, for the most part. Yeah, so but that fight scene was really good, but people are like complaining about Homelander, like, oh man, it's such a horrible way to ruin this like awesome character. I was like, he was always like this. He was always like in season 1, he was jealous of a baby. You know what I mean? This is who Homelander is, and like Brandon said, like you go back to what A-Train said in the first episode of the season, it's exactly what it is. Like he's not anything, he's just powerful. Once you take the powers away, he's a bitch, but he's always been a bitch, He's just a bitch with powers, and now he's normal.
Yeah, he always got by on his superpowers. The dude didn't know how to, he didn't know how to fight. He didn't. He always relied on brute strength. We always saw him as a petulant baby from the beginning. If you happen to just lay aside his powers. So that's who he always was. He just didn't have the he just didn't have the physical upper hand anymore.
Fran said the ending was underwhelming. I don't know, because it ends exactly how it does in the comic.
Yeah, no, I think it so Sage. So like if all you need is to be shot by that type of thing and you get everything you ever wanted, then why don't you just do that when you had Soldier Boy? What was the whole point of doing all the other stupid shit she had done the entire time? If you're the smartest person in the world, why wouldn't you say, well, just go ahead and shoot me with that power, lose my power, and I can go off and be happy? Like, that seems stupid, right? I think the whole thing with Father, like, really? That's the way you kill Father? It would happen so fast. I was like, what? This is stupid. Like, I thought that was weird. Ashley was fine. I mean, she's just nothing of a character, so it's whatever. I think we really didn't
like her ending. It was fitting.
Was she going to jail or getting impeached?
Yeah, I did nothing wrong, and she's in jail. I was like,
I don't know. I think it's just a one-off. Like, for characters that you've had for 5 years, it just is one little thing. Like, okay, I don't know. Stan Edgar, I really don't think you did much with that. Nor his granddaughter or her father, like, none of that stuff kind of really hit. The Gen V thing didn't really hit for me either. So the more I look into it, the more, I mean, you knew what was going to happen with the Deep, and exactly what you thought would happen with the Deep happened with the Deep. So, like, I don't want to say this was a great ending. I think it was fine. It was status quo of what you had to do to end the show. They went through it. They checked the boxes. They told you they ended each story the way they need to end the story. It wasn't a phenomenal way of doing it. It wasn't special by any means. It was just, this is what we have to do to end the story. Like, there was no
like I'm
mother's milk. Like, there's no hinting to say that he was gonna get back with his wife. Like, like there was no other thing. It's like he went. I'm totally off of this. I'm not doing anything, and they're totally against me. And then his ending just shows that he's getting back with his wife. Like there was no, like, in between. So why would you do all this other stuff in other parts of it? Like, it's just, there's a lot of it that I just didn't like, and it felt unearned. That's what it felt unearned.
I think with Mother's Milk, it felt earned, because the biggest issue with Mother's Milk was Butcher. Butcher kept pulling him back into doing it, and he's like, I'm done. And Butcher's like, no, you're not, because I'm not done. So you're not done because I won't let you, so, like, to have him have his happy ending, I thought was good.
The whole point with Mother's Milk
better than the comic book.
The whole point with Mother's Milk was about his about Soldier Boy killing his grandfather and doing all those things like that. And now that Soldier Boy's in Stasis, like, I would preferred him have an opportunity to look him in the eye and then make a decision and say, I'm choosing to let this go. Then going off with Janine and choosing his family over it. Separating himself. He went all out this entire season, going all about that, and then never had any. There's nothing. He made that choice. I chose you guys over my anger. So now, Mother's Milk can at any point in time fall back into this bull crap because Soldier Boy is still out there. Like, I don't think you did a good job with that. I don't think that's a good story. I don't think that you have any real closure with it at all.
I mean, they kind of did when he was talking to Stan Edgar. Like, he was talking to Stan Edgar, and Edgar was telling him, he goes, that's stupid. Why do you have this stupid beef? And then especially like him taking in what the fuck is his name?
Ryan?
The son. Ryan, I thought that was like a big thing because like Ryan is technically, Soldier Boy's grandson, so like
in the very
having him come in.
Word of,
I mean, it's not.
Yeah,
I mean, if Homelander, it's the Homelander is the sperm donor of Soldier Boy.
Yeah, Soldier Boy is a stone.
Yeah, that's what I was.
The sperm donor of Homelander. Homelander,
our
word, Ryan's mother. Like it's really like a sperm donor to the
biological.
Okay.
I mean, it's still blood. They have the same blood
in a lab. I mean, he wasn't. This whole familial thing is not
Well, Homelander grew up in a lab, but he was, he came out of a woman.
I thought they in the show they didn't do that.
No, he shot out her belly, zapped in his eyes.
In a petri dish, and then they put her in. I can see they came out where,
yeah, well, yeah, because it's artificial insemination,
and a petri dish. Like it wasn't like he was.
Did anyone? My
go.
I let you let the last 3 episodes, last 3 things, last 3 topics talk about all this stuff. I'm just saying, whatever.
It's my turn. Mine. No, did anyone think that that Mother's Milk adopting, basically adopting, was that a little out of nowhere for anyone? I didn't really see too much build up to that. It almost felt a little
100% out of nowhere. Well, that's why I think it has to do with Soldier Boy more than anything else. But it was 100% just thrown, because a lot of things in here just they did it to do it, and that was definitely that like Anzo bringing up Sister Sage. Sister Sage might go down in history as one of the useless, dumbest fucking characters in all of TV.
Sister Sage was a fraud. They started.
What did she do?
She did nothing, and in the end, she was always wrong, or they never, or anything that she predicted or speculated never came to. Did anything that she speculated, remind me? Did any of it ever come to fruition?
Maybe some things, but nothing crazy.
She got him into the White House. It took over all that stuff.
I mean, she helped Homelander.
She did.
She did, but anything like big grand plan, I feel like, she messed. Yeah, but she just didn't do it. She helped Homelander get more popular. I was like, okay, yeah, fucking anybody could have done that. I was like, Stan Egger even pointed it out earlier. In the season when he was in the jail, is like, yeah, like you're not anything special. So. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but Sister Sage was just like, I feel like her being in the show kind of ruined a lot of parts, like the whole thing with the V1 with her was stupid as shit.
Yeah, and you know what? Again, with a character like her, I thought, I was looking forward to seeing where they went with her. That with her power set, that was something you could have really ran with. And they failed in the sense that she was more of, I'm the smartest person in the room, no one can tell me otherwise, but ultimately she's that everyone knows a person like that isn't nearly as right as they think that they are, and that's all they just, it was a regression with that character in terms of how they had established her versus the execution as a whole.
Yeah. She's just overall for the whole show, not just for like the finale or the episode or the season, like for the whole show, like potential, and then immediately just ran into the ground for stupid shit. She was the worst part for sure.
Yeah, it's too bad. Because I thought the actress was fine in that. I thought she was pretty good in that role. But she did her job. It's just, the writing failed her, unfortunately, and I think even Chris,
they didn't know what to do with her, I don't think.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, but well, I guess before I get onto some of the good things, the other thing I thought was kind of just shoehorned in was the whole deep fight.
What? Yeah.
Because what's her name? Starlight knows how to fight, right? She could do things. Why do you take the king of the ocean to a fucking beach?
And you know what? That seemed very convenient too, because she didn't know he had beef with his underwater friends with the rest of the ocean. It all just seemed too convenient. I was warming up to the idea, and I had it in my mind that they weren't going to kill him off. They were just going to let him live alone and humiliated. That guy,
Where's
Yamcha? The Deep had nothing in that point. At that point he was reduced to nothing. He couldn't go in the sea. The Seven had been disbanded. Homelander made it plain that he thought he was nothing. Basically, he was below his lowest. I think the ultimate punishment would have just to let him live with all that.
With nothing.
Yeah, with nothing. that he was already experiencing the ultimate punishment.
Well, then an octopus F's him in the butt.
You know what? You have to appreciate the irony of him being introduced, by having his thing in someone's mouth, and then something's thing came out of his mouth at the end.
Wow.
Yeah.
What do you think about that, Brian? Probably could have whooped Homelander at that point. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
no.
Easily.
I mean, I already said like thought all this was stupid, so I don't think they did a good job with any of that stuff. I already said that, so I'm not gonna go back over that. But yeah.
So what about any good stuff? Because like there's a lot of stuff that I think they did different than the comic book that I appreciated more. I mean, it's almost as equal as the bad stuff, and for me, like the biggest good thing that they did that was different from the comic book was big spoiler, was how Butcher died. Because in the comic book, he kind of accidentally falls when he's fighting Huey and kind of like lands on a spike. So Huey doesn't really kill him. You know what I mean? Like in the show, Huey decides to kill him. And I'm like, that is so much more bigger than the comic book. And it's way more important, I think, for Huey to pull the trigger than Billy Butcher just falling, accidentally, but and also I also like Butcher didn't go full psychopath, because in the comic book, after he wins, he beats Homelander, he still decides to kill all the soups, right? All the people with V, with the virus, the same thing like that. But all the boys try to stop him. He kills the boys. He kills Kamiko. He kills Frenchie. He kills Mother's Milk. He kills the boys, and he's about to kill Huey, and then that's how he falls on the spike. So I'm like, I'm really glad they didn't go that route, because they gave Butcher some humanity left in the show. Where in the comic book, he's a freaking psychopath. Like from the beginning to the end, he's a psychopath. So those are a few things where I'm like, were really, for me, really much better that they did. But you only know that if you read the comic book. In the show, if it's just a show, does it make that much of a difference for like you guys? Because I don't know if you guys read the comics or not.
I did. And I agree. I think the payoff here was a little bit better, and I think it was good in terms of showing the progression of Huey as a character. Just kind of how much of a wet rag he was when we first were introduced to him. Versus his recruitment by Billy. In this entire season, Huey was standing up to Billy, probably more than we've seen in previous seasons. So for him to be the one to ultimately strike him down when he was getting way too out of control, I think felt fitting and a lot more appropriate than how it all went down in the graphic novel. So that was that was, there were a lot of changes they made, but I think that was kind of one of the more appropriate changes I thought they made.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, you're right. Or anything good. Was
Yeah,
there, like,
I
anything,
don't,
like,
I don't
you was
agree with
like,
you
okay,
guys at
that was
all, at all. About this whole thing. So I think the whole point of it was really terror. I think that was the real point, not any of the other bullshit. I thought that the idea that Ryan rejected him and Tara passing away was way more impactful for me than any of the other stuff. So you understood when Butcher thought that Huey might even kind of broken through to him and said, okay, he's like, okay, well,
Right,
I'll
yeah.
be willing to do this with Ryan and Tara, and maybe I could turn my life and do something positive, especially after what Kessler and all the other stuff. That was the real turning point, not that this other bullshit with Huey, because I mean they foreshadowed Huey killing Butcher the whole fucking season. Like that's the whole thing that they've been doing the entire. I've been saying this from episode 1. That's what they foreshadowed. But
yeah.
the
I mean, since
idea
season
with
1.
the way they, but the idea exactly. But the way they kind of did the terror, seeing him pass away, it was like the death of Butcher's humanity, and it was like, that's where everything changed. And you understood why, and you understood why they went this route. I think that was probably the most important part, because everything else I felt like I already knew. I said 3 episodes ago that Andy's gonna kill Deep. Fine, we knew that because it's missing. Oh no, we're gonna do a thing. They might live him. What? No, that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna have that happen. Huey's gonna kill Butcher. You know that's gonna happen. But the way they went about it, I think that was phenomenal. Understanding and how that shows you, as I said, the death of his humanity was that Ryan rejecting him, because he's rejected Ryan all these damn times, finally getting that shit back, and then Tara dying, and that was the end of everything. I've nothing else to live for, and Huey had to make that decision, and I think that was the real key, and that's something I did like. I thought that was good, even though I really didn't want to see Tara die.
I know that sucked.
Me neither.
That I did not see that coming. But it made sense. Like you said, like it was his last straw, kind of, that really did it for him. Also, I found out today that the actual dog, he died last year.
He passed.
So like, yeah. So I was like, oh, that sucks, man. Like, that he actually like died, and so he had he shot whatever he shot before he had died, in real life. So I was like, damn, I feel bad, like even more now, but the dog thing was it fit the show. It fit the show because I feel like in the show they always gave Butcher like that little bit of humanity still. You know what I mean? Where in the comic, he never had it. Like as soon as you find out, what happened with his wife, that was it. He wasn't a person anymore. He was just a murder machine. In the show, he still had a lot of like compassion, and the dog was the last straw. The Ryan thing was definitely a kick in the nuts, man. When he tells him, he goes, I know who Homelander is, and you're not any better. I was like, ooh,
I didn't choose you
like,
over, and that even made the show say that basically so I thought them not having Homelander's clone kill Homelander, but actually have Butcher kill him because they're really the same. It's the same, the opposite side of the same coin. And that was the important part about it. That you really are just like him. And Ryan stating that I didn't choose you over him because y'all both suck. Y'all both are assholes, and I can't live with either one of you guys. I just know that he had to die for everybody else. I think that hit him hard too. And I almost think that he chose to take the virus out there because he knew Huey will follow him. He wanted Huey to do this. And it was a way for him to commit to it, and say, this was happening. So I don't, it's not, it wasn't the act that Huey did, but it's everything else leading to it. I think that was really good.
So it was like for Butcher, like it was a win-win. He's like, either way, I can kill a bunch of the soups, or you can put me out of my misery, kind of thing. You know, and it had to be Huey, because Huey, you know, reminded him of his brother so much. You know,
exactly.
You know, even to the very end. Yeah,
and he tried.
I like that.
To
Anything about
talk him
that?
out. He tried to talk him out of it, and this is what it was. You know, he made that decision. He loved him. That's why he told him, "Hey, it's okay. You know, I understand you. It had to be you." And he died in his arms. Like, that makes perfect sense.
Yeah. Now you brought up Ryan with the fight and stuff like that. Well, there's one question I kind of had, and I didn't think about it until after the show or after the episode. So Kamiko has the blasty anti-V, you know, whatever thing. She shoots all three of them, right? And they all three become human. The only problem is Ryan was naturally born, right? Like full naturally born, like where at least like Homelander was you know, you had that, and he was shot up with more V, and you know, and all that stuff, where Ryan was just that. So I was like, wouldn't Ryan be immune to the blast? Like,
that's a good question.
Would Ryan still have powers?
But did they actually even show Ryan's powers go away?
No, that's what you just assume. Like, he also lost powers. So yeah, so I guess they never really show it. You know, yeah, we really don't know if like Ryan was you. So I thought the ending was funny as F. I mean, it was the comic book, man. I mean, that's how the comic book ended. You know, minus the Homelander versus crazy Homelander, which I thought that was done better. Like you said, having Butcher and Homelander be the fight rather than Butcher just kind of coming in at the end of Homelander versus Homelander battle was kind of like, I guess, you know,
because they spend
like
most of the season trying to show that they're the same, that they're both problems.
Yeah. I mean, ever since what was that, season 3, when they did the whole Scorched Earth conversation at the table, they're like, oh, they're the same, you know, they're sitting at the same table, you know, kind of thing, you know. Was Sphinx saying, if the ending were to go somewhere else, would you want Noir to be Homelander in the last season? No. I for me, in the comic book, I thought that was stupid. There's no lead up to it or anything in the comic. It's just like, oh, and then the whole thing in the comic is you find out Homelander did all this crazy shit, eating babies and you know, R-wording a bunch of women and this and that and killing people. But then Homelander finds out it was Black Noir because he's a clone. But I was like, well, you're you, man. Like, if you don't remember doing the stuff, how are you like, oh, well, I guess I did it. Might as well go even more crazy. Like, in the comic book, that was so stupid. I get it. You know, it was very comic booky, but in the show, I thought making Black Noir his own character and have his own set of issues and stuff like that, whether it be a few different characters, you know, I thought that they handled that better, because the clone was stupid.
I mean, if they wanted,
I remember reading it
like that, they could have Ryan be Black Noir. We talked about this before too. Ryan could have been Black Noir in disguise, and then he could have killed them from there. Then you would have been very much like the comic book.
Yeah. Because I thought that, you know what, that should have been a better way to do it, where Black Noir in the final season is Ryan, and then you can still have all the V1 bullshit, you know, but then Ryan gets the V1, so now Ryan is stronger than Homelander, and then you have that big fight, and then Butcher kind of comes in. That would have been more like the comic book, but still staying true to the show. That would have been.
You could have even done it after Deep killed Black Noir earlier, and then find him. He's like, "How are you back, bro?" And he tries to apologize to him, because Black Noir comes back the next day and find out that was Ryan the entire time. You know, and it would have been that type of. It would have been
full circle.
Yeah, full circle for everything, and I think that would have been a better storyline. But I just feel like there's things that they could have done to make this better, and they just didn't.
Yeah,
just did. Like they're tired of writing. It felt like sometimes in the season that they were tired of making up storylines. They're tired of trying to figure out shock value.
Yeah. I mean, though, like they had no one besides the Deep knew about the ocean stuff. Yeah. So again, like it didn't make any sense. It's like you don't take the dude who's
it seemed
but it's like Annie's smart. Annie's not a dummy. Like, why would you take him to the ocean? Take him to like a desert, you know what I mean? Like, and fight in a desert or something, So it's like,
yeah.
I mean, I get why they did it because they
seemed
wanted
very convenient.
Yeah. And then she shoots him into the water.
Yeah,
why would you shoot the dude who lives in the water into the water?
You don't think people saw him let the other dude drown, and how he looked afraid of the water? I think there's more to that than we are saying.
Yeah,
I think people kind of
really
figured out that he didn't want to go into the water anymore. Yeah, no, you're right. And there's a lot that,
but she seemed like confused.
A lot.
Yeah,
yeah.
There's a lot of
face
like loose
when it
ends.
happened.
A lot.
Yeah, it said it just seemed all too convenient for their final battle to take place there. Because if you've been keeping up with the show, we all knew. Oh, they're near a body of water. He's going to end up in the water and get brutally murdered.
Yeah.
I think there are other ways to
According
handle that.
to the ignorance is an excuse, so she doesn't matter if she knew or not. She killed him. Yeah, I mean, she pushed him kind of over the edge, but I mean, it was fine. I like Brian said, like we kind of knew that's where it was going to go anyway. And it was just like, was she going to do it or were the sharks going to do it or, whatever animal creature. So it was whatever. I just thought it was the point where she was like, you can be a grown adult and take responsibility. And he's like screams like a little kid and attacks.
No!
Yeah, that was funny.
That was pretty hilarious.
Yeah, but even I didn't mind the ending. Where what's his name? Huey. Winds up starting a superhero like scanner thing. And then Starlight being pregnant. I was like, oh, okay.
Going back to his father's old shop and then that being the front for everything.
Yeah. So I was like, I was okay with that.
Me too.
I don't know how you guys. Yeah. Good night, Nanette.
Good night, Nanette.
Good night.
Yeah. You pulled a Lady Macbeth. Yeah. Do you think the deep death was necessary? I mean, he needed to die. He was going to die. However it
One
was.
of the main villains, he did all that stuff at the beginning. It had to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I would have been fine with it either way. His death was absolutely fine. Like I said, he he had nothing at this point. So for him to live completely humiliated would have been enough for me too. But I had a feeling once they ended up on that beach, he's going in the water. He's dead.
Yeah. Like Tony said, basically it was Eric Kripke telling the writer's room to hurry up. They're kicking us out. Amazon said they need this room in 30 minutes. Get out. It's like Chuck E. Cheese.
5 minutes to
kicking
get
you out
shot.
the end. Well, yeah. So that's why I was like, there's a lot of issues I had with it, but then there's some things I'm like, okay, I thought it was cool. Like the fake Elon Musk, I thought was funny. Very unnecessary and stupid, but funny. There was one thing I rolled my eyes so hard with. I can't remember what, but it was just like I'm like, oh. But yeah, I think the super thing was the Sister Sage, because it was like, oh, you're just a waste of a character. Like,
you want to ask like how Ryan got there in the Oval Office? Like, just
can he fly?
He can.
Yeah, he can fly, right? So
yeah, but I'm just saying, like, it's supposed to be the most heavily guarded place in the world, and they just it was not gunshot that went off, nothing. It was just Ryan just saying, being Ryan, I'm here.
Went in there. Yeah. Again, they did a lot of things just for plot. Like, oh, this person needs to be here or this needs to happen. And so they need to do they fly now. Exactly. So yeah. I mean, I remember when I rolled my eyes so fucking hard when Kimiko couldn't perform, and she's like, I'm not angry. I'm too sad now. I was like, what? And then she sees fucking Frenchie. Oh my God, man. I thought, I was like, what are we doing? What are we doing? He's like,
and how much time did that take? Like, Homelander was just sitting there holding the whole time. No, while you go through a 7-minute like scene with yourself. What? Okay.
Yeah. Also, like Butcher had to tell her every time, shoot now. It was like, what?
Yeah, like really, you're getting staged right now.
Yeah. The woman who's like a female Wolverine is like, oh, I'm scared. Like, what? Yeah. So yeah, when she couldn't shoot and she's like, I'm too sad. I was like, get the fuck. I was like, come on, man. What is this? What are we doing?
Anakin, you're breaking my heart. Let's pass out and die. Star Wars.
I'm surprised they didn't do like the Dragon Ball thing, where he gets behind her and like helps her shoot it.
We shot it.
Yeah. Oh man. But like I said, there were some things where I was like, Jesus, what are we doing? And the other things that were well done compared to the book, but yeah, overall, good. Yeah. I've seen worse. I've seen better. It's okay. It was okay.
Yeah.
That's just after Marie should be pissed off. That's what I'm gonna say. She should be pissed off.
Yeah. Oh, the whole Gen V stuff. I was like, why? Why did we waste all this time?
And just go meet your friends somewhere else in Canada.
Yeah. They're not even going to Mexico. There's a spin-off show in Mexico, and they're going to Canada.
Right?
Yeah.
I was like, well, okay. I guess what we doing?
Performance anxiety is more common. Never mind. Well, 2 out of 5 supers can't do it. Yeah. Because I want to see the actors who place Sage and Ashley in a comedy together.
Definitely see that being funny.
Yeah. But all right. We'll do a few official reviews since it is the finale episode, and the final season and the end of the show altogether. So we'll rate. I don't know. Should we rate the season and then the whole show?
Yeah.
Instead, because we already kind of talked about the episode, so yeah. So we'll do season 5 as a whole season, and we'll go around the horn, and then we'll talk, and then we'll do the show as a whole. Okay. So we'll start with Brandman, then Brian, then me. So what would you give season 5? Just this season of The Boys?
If we're talking about just a season, I'd say now, especially if you've been sticking with it the entire time, you might as well watch this one for the resolution and just kind of see what you make of it. Because I know this season has gotten probably the most mixed response out of all of them, but I think this is definitely the most subjective season based on just the reaction that the multiple reactions that I've read up on and seen and heard. So if you've been sticking with it, which I'm assuming you have if you're at this point, I'd say give it a no.
Okay. What about you, Brian? Season 5.
Later. Like, I think season 5 sucked. I think they did a terrible job. I think they did a terrible job preparing everything for it. I think that it could have been great and they mishandled it. And I mean, I'm going to say there's more things that I didn't like in season 5 than episodes that I didn't like in season 5 than the things that I liked. And it's like 5-3. And I think by that standard, it's a later.
Yeah. Real quick, we got Rondo. What's up, Rondo? Giving it a 7 out of 10. given though the season finale at 7 out of 10. Okay, that's not bad. I think that's a pretty good one.
Yeah.
Fernando said they stuck the landing. Did that. Delta Dan, 6 out of 7 or 7 out of 10. I'm assuming. And then the boys finally get 7 and 5 out of 10, which those aren't bad, man. Those aren't too bad, but I'll probably be right there like 6 or 7 out of 10. But for season 5, I gotta get season 5 like an ultimately a later. Oh shit, my bad. Just because, kind of like Brian, like there's some good episodes, some other episodes that didn't really do anything, but overall, I think some of the plot lines that they just introduced and ended this season, like the V1, was completely unnecessary, and I feel like they could have done other things besides V1, besides like spending 5 episodes looking for it, finding it, and then immediately it doesn't matter. So it's like, what? Yeah. So yeah. I mean, because that's exactly. As soon as he gets it, it doesn't matter because they found another way. It's like, so like for me, that was like so annoying because it was so much of the season was the V1.
3 to 4 episodes of the season and nothing.
Yeah. So, but there were some good parts. I personally liked the one shots. The little clips of everyone's kind of day. I really enjoyed that. A lot of people said that was filler. I thought it was a good one. And there's some other like good parts of the show, that I thought were entertaining. It's just overall it wasn't the best season, and I really wanted it to be good for the finale to be good, and I enjoyed the finale enough, but it's not going to save the entire season leading up to it. So, but still fun. So I'd still give it a later. I think it's still worth a watch, especially if you are like Brandman said, like if you enjoyed the first 4 seasons enough, I think you'd be okay with the last season. I think you'd be a letdown, but I think you'd still be okay with it. So now the entire show. So we got 5 seasons of the entire show of The Boys. What are you going to tell people, Brandman? What are you going to give it?
I'd also give the show as a whole a now. It's been one of my favorite shows in recent years. I've rewatched the previous seasons, even in preparation for each new one. I like the deconstruction aspect of the superhero genre with it, with them just being the worst type of people, Homelander in particular. It's got some really good character arcs too. I think Billy Butcher is probably one of my favorite written and acted anti-hero characters as well. I like how they developed a lot of the characters. The redemption arc for A-Train was wonderfully handled, I thought. I thought how Homelander started versus how he ended up on yesterday's episode was very, very satisfactory. I had been waiting to see something like that happen. And I thought that even though season 5 could have been a lot better, I think that it did enough to where I was satisfied, particularly this final episode, even though you could kind of tell Kripke was kind of over it and just kind of wanting to wrap it up. But I think it, it did it in a satisfactory enough way. But overall, looking at the entire show, I think that it was pretty awesome. It was pretty good, and I can rewatch it over and over again. So I'd give it a now.
Okay.
What about you, Brian? The whole show.
The whole show has, I mean, there's some phenomenal episodes of The Boys. So as a whole, this is a now. Just because I don't think you stuck the landing. Well, I actually think you stuck the landing a lot better than the rest of the season 5 was. So if season 1 through 4, I really liked. Season 5 was mediocre, but the ending at least finished it up the way you need to finish up. Yeah, so now.
Yeah. Real quick, I saw Rondo said entire show solid 8 out of 10. you know, and then he said season 4 being the weakest. I can see that. A lot of people didn't like season 4. It's probably a tie for me for season 4, season 5 being the weakest. But even then, like being the weakest doesn't mean it's bad. It just doesn't hold up compared to 1, 2, and 3, because 1, 2, and 3 were like amazing. But overall, the whole show, I got to give it a now. I mean, from season 1, it was such a entertaining ride. You know, season 4 got a lot of flack for, you know, parodying like real life stuff, but then season 5 comes out and it's like, well, they were going so absurd that real life can't follow, and then real life follows, so you're just like, holy shit, like, you know. so I found very more entertaining, you know, just like the parallels that with real life, and the plot, you know. So but overall, man, this was a great show. I enjoyed a lot of the changes they did from the comic books. You know, I thought it worked better for the show, because they did do a lot of things differently. You know, Soldier Boy, for instance, is a completely different character. Completely different character.
Yep.
There's a question. There's an answer why he said, "Did you fuck me?" There's a reason why he asked that.
100%. Yeah, he's very homophobic in the show, and there's a reason for that. You know, so he's. And it makes sense for what they were going for in the show. So, you know, a lot of the things they did were really good. So definitely a now. You know, I do hope they release this on physical, because I would for sure pick it up on a physical.
Me too.
All 5 seasons. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I hope they do. We'll see. It's Amazon, so it's 50-50. But yeah. Overall, pretty good. I wouldn't mind watching it from the beginning. See what happens. But man, what a ride. 5 seasons in, we get the ending. So a little original, little comic booky, and kind of lands it in the middle, more or less. But you guys got anything else you want to bring up and want to say? Yeah,
that's pretty much.
I'm glad it's over. Even though Vought Rises comes out soon, but
it's a prequel. Prequels.
Honestly, I can take or leave any spin-offs. I'm not sure if I'd be as quick to watch them unless the trailer really, really sells me. I think that you know, the Gen V spin-off I thought was just fine. You know, that's another one that I could take or leave. I think sometimes I could do without the spin-offs. You don't always need them. Sometimes it's nice to leave things just kind of as they are, rather than continuously milking it. I'm wondering how much more story is worth telling. Or who knows? Maybe it'll be a Night of the Seven Kingdoms scenario where it ends up surprising the crap out of me. Fingers crossed. But you know, I'll wait. I'll wait to see what a trailer does for me.
Yeah. I'm there with you. But cool. Yeah. That's our thoughts with the finale and the season and the whole show. You know, so yeah, what a ride. You know, Anthony. I want to see Anthony Starr more around. Yeah, that at the after it's all said and done, I want to see more Anthony Starr. I want to see.
Oh, so. Absolutely. The dude was incredible.
That's my last request. Yeah. So, but cool. But we want to hear from you guys. So if you're watching on the replay and you stuck around, leave a comment. Let us know what you think about the finale. Let us know what you think about the show. Any issues, if you read the comics, any comparisons, all that stuff. Any things that you would have liked to see be a little bit different. We want to chit chat about that in the comment section. So make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, come and join us when we do other TV shows, movie reviews, trailer reactions, all that fun stuff. And everyone in the comment section, you guys are awesome in the live. We appreciate all you guys coming in, hanging out with us. Stick around because we're going to move on to our next topic for the night. Maybe. I have no idea. On my end, it didn't even play. I heard the music, but I didn't see the visuals. Oh man, yeah. It's so weird. Like talking about like the end of the show, because this is it. This is done. You know, it's no more like, what do you think is gonna happen next? Like,
we had years of this. I mean, of this stuff coming up. So this, I understand why.
What, Ray?
What, Ray?
Yeah, 7 years, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That damn, has it really? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
7 free. That's crazy, man. Yeah. The same thing with Stranger Things. You know, it was so long.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You
so sure that real life can't follow real life. Yeah. They because you know the final episode was in theaters, so they did like a little red carpet, and they were talking about the finale, you know, or they were talking about like real life and the show and stuff. And I think Jensen Ackles brought up the Homelander wanting to be God, and then he's like literally like 2 days before the episode came out, like, you know, Trump put that picture of him as Jesus out.
Yeah.
You know, like he's like where, and then like, you know, because obviously, you know, Jensen Ackles is like good friends with, you know, Kripke. You know, Kripke got like, what? You know, and then you know, the golden statue, and then all the other things that were said and stuff. So it got to a point where like a lot of the cast members were like this is kind of crazy, you know, because the whole point
too realistic to us,
too real. Yeah. You know, because Kripke, like, you know, it was like, I guess a lot of the actors were saying like Kripke wanted to go so absurd that he's like, well, I want to go so crazy that it's going to be silly. And then real life happens. And like Mama Bear said, hold my beer. Yeah.
Exactly right.
Yeah. Brett, so when y'all gonna kiss?
Kiss my own microphone. Mwah.
Yeah. Oh man. The guys that keep talking about it. Oh man, this thing, a boys Mexico. What? I haven't looked it up. I haven't heard anything.
I
If
haven't
it's
heard
still happening or not.
Yeah, I'm wondering if it's just dead in the water or in a state of limbo, or are they still moving forward with it? We haven't heard anything.
Oh, it's supposed to be Spanish language. So it's going.
Really?
I wouldn't hate that, to be honest.
I mean, it would make sense. They're in Mexico.
It would make it would make sense, and it's not like I mind reading subtitles. So
Yeah.
you know, yeah, go authentic with it. Why not? Yeah, I think that would be appropriate. I don't think you need to you know, if it's rooted in Mexico, I don't think you have to have them speak English just to you know, just to placate non-Spanish speakers. You know, you can read, put on your subtitles.
Yeah, I mean, this is like an article from a day ago, and it says it's in development, but that's about it. Like, there's no updates or anything.
Yeah.
You just have Diego Luna and Gael Garcia.
Gael Garcia Bernal.
Yeah, you know, which is awesome. Like those two are awesome. So
yeah, they're both great, and they're pretty good together. You know, the movie Y Tu Mama Tambien, crazy movie, but they were both really good in it together. So to see them back together for something like this would be really, really cool. Now that they're even more known in
oh yeah,
you know, in the industry.
Yeah, I just don't get not having Gen V continue. Like you set up for it to continue at the in this episode.
No, it's the numbers, it's the ratings.
Yeah, I mean that's the reason.
Bad in season 2, it was just so bad.
Yeah,
and I kind of thought up until this latest episode, I was like, oh, they're just they are basically using season 1 and season 2 of Gen V to kind of bridge the gap between seasons of The Boys. And then the way that now it seems like they clearly planned for more to happen. You know, again, another loose end unfortunately.
Mom
Pedro
said,
Pascal will be in it somehow.
it would
Yes,
give Pedro Pascal another thing to pop up in.
He'll be the new-
100%.
He'll be a Mexican Stan Edgar.
Oh, 100% he would pop up in The Boys Mexico. Yeah. Because him and Diego Luna are like really close to him. Yeah. Yeah. Just stop him out. Yeah. Don't put that evil on me. Don't put that Pedro Pascal. Oh, man. You know, honestly, though, if he does, like, if they were to do that and he pops up, like, that, it would probably, like, do well.
Oh, 100%. People are going to love it. It's going to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I don't remember The Boys Mexico is such a terrible idea. I must have blocked it on my mind. I mean, but there's just no info about it besides it just takes place in Mexico.
Let's just change it to make it the Boys Canada.
Yeah. Yeah.
Gen V episode 4. You know,
I'd be good with that.
Season 3 of Gen V is the Boys Canada.
What's the Gen V, eh?
My man's gonna come get you now.
I know. Yeah. No, I mean that I think like putting it in a different country sounds interesting. I think that would be cool. You know, Canada would be a good place. Mexico sounds interesting. You know, but Canada would be cool too. You know, I could think. You know, a bunch of cool like stuff you could do in Canada. You know, but yeah.
Same.
But one thing I forgot to bring up was like they just completely said fuck it with Soldier Boy. Like
no, yeah,
just he's in a tube. It was like at least like put him in the ocean, or like I think Brian said like last week was like put him in like the Indiana Jones warehouse. Like do something so we know he's, you know, because
he's not around. You don't want him being something that pops back up, a loose end that you have to get done again.
The Canada, the Boys Canada, the buds. Yeah. So I don't know. But yeah, I mean, as of right now, the only thing that's for sure going to happen is Vought Rising. That's it.
Because going to happen, it's already done filming. That's
That's in post production. So yeah, The Boys I Ran.
Oh my goodness.
What is it? Unless it's Quebec, then it's
less
homes. Less homes. That's funny. Yeah. You could do cool stuff, but if they decide just to leave it there, but Vault Rising is a prequel, so like none of it fucking matters. Like,
well, I mean, look, I just want to go see Mandalorian Grogu. That's what Star Wars has been doing.
But it's not a
years.
prequel in the main universe. Yeah, it's true. The bread and butter is his prequels.
Yeah.
But this is a prequel to the sequels. So does that count? Yeah. It doesn't count. Count. Oh man. All right. Ready to get out of here? Call it a night.
Yeah. That's fine. Yeah.
Yeah. Man, we got the Spider Noir trailer, but we'll watch that. We'll watch that Monday. Obviously, Mando and Grogu. Let's say Mondo. Mando and Grogu. We'll talk about that. How many more episodes you got left of Man on Fire, Brian?
Because how many are there? 6?
7.
7. I'm 3 in, so I have 4 more.
Pretty quick.
It is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I watched them all today. It was like it was pretty good. Yeah. Recommend it.
Yeah, because the ones I watched were pretty quick watches. For whatever reason, I just ended up getting sidetracked and didn't finish. So that's on me.
Yeah. Pedro Pascal on the space mogwai. Oh, that's funny. Hey, you never see him eating after midnight. Or in space, is it ever midnight or is it always midnight?
Because I'm like, why would you be able to tell the difference? I don't know.
Yeah, I know.
Would it always be midnight somewhere?
Right? Yeah. How does that rule work exactly?
Yeah, well, you're in space and you see the moon, or is it any moon?
Exactly.
Or is it just not
Maybe
having the sun?
multiple
I don't know details. Yeah. Call back to actual Star Wars. Oh, man, that's good. Oh no, those are suns, not the moon.
Oh, those are
either way.
dual suns. Yeah,
the dual suns. Yeah, but yeah, well, for sure. Mando, some trailers. Hopefully, Brandman gets through Man on Fire. We'll talk about that because that's worth a talk. That's worth a review. It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and stop dawdling with it and just finish it up.
Yeah. Like kick ass and chew bubblegum, and I'm all out bubblegum.
Right.
Oh, wait. That's not a moon. No.
Oh, come on. There we go. That's no moon. I like that. Oh, man. So, the song for the boys are back in town. The Bus Boys by the Bus. Oh, man. But yeah, cool. Yeah, let's get out of here. Have a good weekend. We'll be back Saturday night watching. Well, there's no From, you said, this week, right?
Nope.
Yeah, so we're watching we're watching like 3 episodes, if not maybe watch all of the rest of the season. Maybe
all season 6 is done right now.
I mean, there's 4 episodes left? 5?
5.
Yeah, maybe not all 5. If it was 4, I was like, yeah, 5 is.
We'll get 3 done, and then we'll come back and get the last 2. Rewind will be this weekend. Yes, on Saturday.
The rewind.
We'll have a rewind. Yeah.
Yeah. If you saw Anzo in chat, you kind of you saw his thoughts about the boys and Grogu. So surprise. Yeah. If you know Anzo, so
it
stinks.
Exactly.
So see what he really thinks about it on the rewind. Because what he says in chat is always what he means. Yeah. So check us out on Saturday, and then check Brian out on Saturday as well.
Saturday morning.
Yep. So let's get out of here. I just don't like much, but the things he likes, he loves. I'll say
exactly. He'll die for. He'll live by everything. If I liked it, he'll like it forever. If he hates it, he'll never like it ever again.
Yeah. What was it? You guys were what the hell were you guys you were talking about something on I think it was Sunday or Saturday. The Terror. I didn't even know they were coming out with a new season.
Yeah.
I didn't know there was a new season because it's been like
interesting. It's another
season 1 and season 2 are awesome.
Yeah, so this is it's another 6 episodes. They're gonna do this little mini series
they do anthologies.
Yeah, anthology. Yeah, so it's good. And the first 2 episodes were phenomenal. So I can't wait. I think the next episode came out today. Yeah, today.
Okay. Yeah. So the Terror. I don't know if anybody ever watched that in like 2016. I think the first one came in 2018. So that's why I thought they were done. I didn't think they were gonna do another season. And I saw I'm like the Terror. I'm like, what? And I saw you and he had on that other person, Jen. Yeah. I was like, I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, I didn't want to watch it because I didn't want to get spoiled because I like the Terror. So I didn't even know they were doing the new season because it's been fucking 8 years. 8 years since
I think it has been 8 years. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
2018. Yeah. So yeah. So check that out on Anzo's channel as well. But all right, let's get out of here. We will see you guys for sure on Monday. And if you want to come and hang out with us tomorrow night, and then not tomorrow night, Saturday night.
It's kind of tomorrow night. Yeah,
tomorrow night, maybe, but no.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get out of here. Anthony Starr will be the villain Fast and Furious. He's gonna show up in Mortal Kombat. All right. Let's get out of here.
Right.
Have a good weekend. We'll see you guys later.
You guys. Happy birthday to everyone. Happy Memorial Day. Enjoy your Memorial Day holiday. It's wonderful. Barbecue and eat and be merry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Everyone have a great weekend.